a little recap what happened last week.
Was good.
Anybody seemingly recall what
I guess I'll do it again, I guess. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we managed to emerge from the sewers into a chapel of sorts where we located a wizard performing a kind of. Well, I guess before that we had gone into a dining hall and seen some guys eating there. We killed them all, and then we pilfered the place of all its valuables, including a large painting, some books, and some silver pieces, which I don't think anybody picked up the silver marks that had fallen out of the book. Then we went up into the chapel where we assaulted this priest who was performing a ritual on, was it Aldros's fiance or date?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was about to use her as a sacrifice for whatever dark and nefarious deeds he had in store. And Eden shot the fuck out of him. And we fought his minions as well, and beat most of them. Len managed to capture one who was promptly arrested. I don't have high hopes for their survival chances in a government that's going to probably try and cover up their involvement with them. Then we pilfered a whole bunch of awesome items from the church and called the cops. The cops showed up, dealt with the survivors, interviewed the two guards, and the rest, as they say, is history. Oh, except for one little thing, which is that, correct me if I've forgotten names, but Equin, I think, had taken the purple juice from Eden. Is it Equin?
Leonard.
Leonard.
It was Leon, right?
Yep.
Leonard. Same
Leonard.
thing.
I know that it's
Leonard,
confusing
okay, yeah.
since one of the actual players is called Leonard, but
Okay, so it's not Equin, it's Leonard. So the player Farvel, character Leonard, took the purple juice from Eden. And then he experimented on it out of session. But I'm not going to go over the out of session stuff, so.
Yep, no, we don't need to do that. In fact, since some of you were good to go, Eden, I believe it was Leonard and Equine did what they did during the day, late evening pretty much, so we will focus on the other three who hasn't had really a chance to do much. So let's pick off where I'll pick one of you at random and say, why not Aldros?
He's probably just gonna head back to the mansion. Yeah, I'd say it's probably a mansion.
Alright, is there anything that you would like to do on the way there or at home? Or are you just gonna meet with the party at lunchtime at the cafe that you agreed upon?
I won't take up time. I'll just head to the cafe after that.
Alright, fair enough. And I believe it was Jin also, didn't have no chance. What would be Jin doing during his free time?
Ooh, I've been thinking about that. In the night market, there were like neon lights, right? If I recall correctly. I was gonna do something on the first session, but then we got distracted.
Well, the night market is quite an elaborate place, indeed.
Yeah, if so, then Jin will check out what those lights are because he has no idea what those are. He'll probably climb up and start filling with it until someone tells him to stop.
Well, yeah, you just gonna go around and look at the wonders of electricity, and you probably from the Deadlands you wondered how do they function for a
I'll
little
probably
bit.
look.
And here's the real question: where would Jin rent like a room at an inn for the night, or is he just gonna sleep at the side of the road?
Not the side of the road. He'll probably climb up somewhere really high and sleep there, but he won't be renting a room. No,
Alright.
where he feels safe and secure.
Alright. I'm not gonna make you roll anything, I'm just gonna check.
Dang, I wanted him to get a check to see if he ends up in a broken bottle fight with a hobo.
And finally we had Len, who I believe mentioned that she would be going to her parents' place.
I live there. I work there. I'm perfectly entitled to sleep there as part of my compensation as a silversmith.
So you head back there with the little errand that your parents said and sent you out to get, and they're like, oh, thanks, kiddo.
I will let them know that I'm going to have to take care of some business over the next few days, and may need to sleep over at a friend's house.
They're like, oh, it's fine, we can manage. We got a new part-timer.
Lynn nods, kind of a little sad, but accepts this.
And your mother brings you like a small pack of like cookies for your journey.
I take the cookies. I will actually wrap them up.
And she's like, remember to eat well.
I know. Of course, Mother. I will certainly do so.
And pretty much with that, you all go to bed and wake up in the morning. And well, what would you figure is the morning? Jin, you managed to find a nice sleeping spot on like an old attic. Turns out that the window was open and you managed to get in, so you are at least not cold when you wake up. And I assume that all of you decide to head at this point to the cafe.
Assuming he
I would
even
like
knows-
to hire a carriage or something.
Alright, yep. A cab costs about silver per each district that you travel to, and you guys are going to Charhalo.
Which is in Silkshore, right?
No. That is slightly above it, so if you're coming from the night market, you would have to go through two districts, so that would be 2 silver to get to Charhalo.
Okay.
Or you could alternatively walk.
I no.
I'd probably walk.
Pizza for the poor.
But since you did agree upon the meeting time being around lunchtime, everybody has more than enough time to get there, even Ikuin and good old Jin, who's quite a distance away, because your journey would take a little while. And not too long after, you come into a nice little quaint cafe. As you smell coffee in the, lunchtime cafe, and at this point, slightly stale going morning bread being on offer.
Well,
And the first one arriving would be Len, but at that point, Eden would show up. Is there any interaction that you guys would like to do, like one by one, or should we just all meet together, pretty much?
Lynn will grab a table, hand a gold over to the waitress, and ask her to bring out. Is it lunchtime?
It is lunchtime.
Right. Whatever ale is on stock.
Uh-huh.
And food for everyone when they get here.
Alright.
Eden takes a seat and orders a coffee.
They have
What?
some stout. They have meat. They have beer. And they have a tankard of Perry gin. Cheapest one of those is pear. Meat is 3 copper. Stout is 2 copper, and the Perry is about 6 copper.
Alright, I'll just take a Perry then, I guess.
Okay, yep. You buy your companions a little. Do you buy everybody or just yourself?
I mean, I handed her a gold. I hope it's everybody, but sure.
Okay, sure. So each of you arrive and you see Lynn on the little cafe table, and there's some drinks available that she has ordered each of you, and you sit down.
Right, good afternoon.
Hello,
Sorry.
everyone.
So,
Before we get started, I believe proper introductions are in order.
Like a fair bet. Well,
I'm sorry.
I will go. Oh,
Go ahead.
I will go first then. I am Aldros Drenari of Valis Drenari, as the last name suggests, and he stands up and gives a bit of a bow.
I'm Eden Fairchild, a lieutenant with the constabulatory. She gives a nod and takes a sip of her coffee.
hello everybody. I'm Lynn. I live on North Side. I'm a silversmith. I do know a little bit about jewels, though, if we ever run into it.
Hello, I'm Jin. I'm a newcomer here. Mostly just been traveling, and this seems interesting enough that I think I'll be sticking around for a while.
Eden looks at Leon. Or Leonard, I should say.
I'll look back and just still no emotion.
You know, in some circles it would be considered rude to not introduce yourself when everybody else is doing so.
Oh. Guess I'm lucky then that I'm not in that circle.
You are in that circle.
Oh, then I've terribly misread the situation here. Leonard stands up, kind of also pushing the table as he's standing up by accident, and looks at everyone. Hello?
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello.
Yes, thank you. And then he sits down.
You have a name.
He stands back up, pushing the table again. Name.
All right, Mr. Name.
Very nice to meet you, Mr. Name.
Name is my name, thank you. And he sits down.
Eden rests her forehead on her fingertips, clearly perturbed by the lack of introduction.
This is brilliant.
I
Pleasure to meet you all.
you too.
And I believe there's one more person who needs to make an introduction. She looks at Equin, because I'm pretty sure he didn't introduce himself yet.
No?
I
Oh,
think he was saying he's gonna be AFK a lot this session.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that me?
No, that was
That was me.
the other person
Oh wait,
again.
what? I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I misremembered people.
What?
Looks like he's typing. Maybe he has some mic issues. Yeah, you might wanna.
Nice problem.
Well, obviously.
You might want to get a cat.
Probably. Mic problem, he meant to probably say. Yeah,
I
you
heard
might
snakes
just
are
wanna unplug the cord and put the cord back in, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you literally I just have to wiggle my cord around occasionally because the wires get messed up. Well, we're waiting for him to fix his thing. I cast Divine Sense, detect good and evil.
Alright.
At the table, it's just I'm not sure if we're doing like the as it says rulebook. Just I detect fiends, celestials, and those under the effects of a hollow spell, or undead.
Alright. I assume that it's also says it in the spell card, but yes, I seemingly recall that's what it does. And you are you just like trying to say something particular, or just like in general?
I'm just gonna look at everyone, just eyeing them. Just
You go through the people at your table. You don't exactly get a sense for one way for or another, but when you look at Leonard, you see like this, like almost like
Can you hear
a
me now?
small haze around him. It's barely visible, and then you could like you don't get any particular sense, but it's like weird. It's like it's almost like this aura is surrounding him, and
Okay.
when you look at Len, you feel like this minor sense of like something's weird, but you can't like place your finger on it.
Yeah, I forgot I had that at level 1, and I just never used it. I just have Divine Sense, I just did not even think of it.
As you're looking at everyone, weird, I'm gonna look back at you the same way you're looking back at me.
You got Divine Sense too, bucko?
I'm just imitating you. It's like, oh, he's staring at me? Okay, maybe I should stare at him as well.
That's awesome.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
we can.
hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know why. So it was connected.
Seems like mice problem.
Yes, they're everywhere.
So, we'll place her coffee cup down, fold her fingers, lean forward a little bit, and say, "We should get to the matter at hand."
I look
agree.
at my hand.
We have seems to be a cult problem in the city, and we have a note from them which indicates a meeting place and a password, though I don't know what it might be. We've also acquired, and hopefully still have, a chemical substance produced by the wizard in the sewers. I'm unsure of how he was producing it or what it was meant for, but perhaps we might be able to investigate it a bit further. We've also there is a possibility that there are cultist elements or cultist sympathizers, or at the very least those who are collaborating with them within the police force. And so we will be able to rely on them in future incidents. Unless, of course, they do something overt and the police have no choice but to intervene or face public ridicule. We cannot get the rest of them involved.
Like a smart option. If it ever comes to that.
So, who would like to address the matter of this note in this meeting place? And she is going to slide the letter into the center of the table.
Wait, what did the note say again?
It is available in the handouts. It is called Priest's Note.
Can
Oh,
I do
thank
an
you.
investigation? Can I do an investigation check on what's inside the note to see if I can figure out anything else?
Sure. Yeah, gonna go like what are you like exactly trying to do? Like trying to find like invisible link or
Let's see. I would like to know if maybe the purple substance is the one they're talking about in the note, because they're talking about the last batch running out, and I would like to know if it is related.
oh well, that I guess that would be more like intelligence, but like reading the note and reading in between the lines, you can kind of figure out that they're either talking about the substance or the subjects that they were capturing.
The substance. Can you hear me?
Because this note
Yes, we hear you.
seems like somebody's talking to the priest, acquiring for subjects, and you recall something about them gathering up experiments.
Based on what is written inside this letter, it seems that they are trying to harvest people to harvest people to create something. Can I do like a perception check to see if anyone is eavesdropping, or is that too much?
Dropping what?
Eavesdropping,
You-
like listening in on the conversation.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to.
Just to be sure, because this is something like I should probably check before, but like, yeah, no, I hear nothing.
Yeah, you glance around and the cafe that you're at is quite busy. So you don't exactly see anybody that might be eavesdropping on you.
Leonard kind of snaps back to reality and looks around. He pulls out a little napkin from his pocket and wipes away the sweat on his face, and then crumples it up and puts it back in his pocket and looking around nervously, and then kind of calms down.
Where is the salt pyre, Jim?
The Salt Pyre is in the district of Charhalo.
The same district we're in right now.
It's pretty close by.
Correct. It would be a decent walk away from where you're currently.
I suggest once everyone has supped, we should leave and go to the salt pyre.
Yes,
That sounds like a good option.
Well,
We prevent them from kidnapping any more people, and we get to bust some heads.
What do you
seems
mean?
To me, it seems to
We
me like
have-
they're expecting a new batch of people to be arriving soon. So if we did go there, it might be
Let's stop those
fortuitous. No, it might be
stop those
fortuitous to
people from-
pretend to be those people.
Or it could be we could be walking into a trap. You
I
know,
don't think this is a trap.
I do not think these people are quite smart enough to set a trap.
I mean, if they
Well-
want to keep people in one place, they would be heavy security to ensure those supposed experiments would stay where they are.
And what makes you think it's a trap?
Covert notes, cultist people. I don't
And
know.
you believe that they expected us to kick open the door and shoot everybody inside the church?
I would expect them to have a backup plan in case someone kicks open the door and starts shooting people.
Yes,
I
but no
believe
one
that-
expects their leader to get killed.
Yes. I would imagine that
Who
backup
knows?
plan involved people with scimitars and shooting firebolts.
So backup
Oh.
plan that was.
Before we go, do we still have the purple substance?
Leonard is kind of like, he's gonna snap out of reality again and ignore what you said.
I think I heard you arguing between Eden and Leonard. But I
Not
do
really.
remember.
Go ahead.
What?
Hello?
Oh. I think he got out again. He was saying
Sucks.
something about hearing about you and Leonard arguing about the vial, so then he cut out in the middle of his sentence, I think.
Worst case scenario, he could just get his phone out, connected the call on that, and use that as a mic pretty much.
Yeah. If it keeps doing that, it might be
Sorry, can you
better.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
there
we
we
hear you.
go.
No, there wasn't much more that I said. So it's just that I remember it, Eden and Leonard in an argument regarding the vial, but I wasn't really paying much attention to it.
I mean, Eden mightn't remember this, and, well, Leonard kinda took the vial from him, so...
I procured it, if you will.
It was more like a theft.
I do not know what you're talking about. I'm saying
You
this
still
out of
have it.
character, by the way. I'm still daydreaming.
Oh, I'm saying it in character.
Okay.
Well, Eden is going to slap her hand down on the table to get his attention.
He would jump up a bit, again pulling out his tissue and wiping his sweat away. I'm sorry.
Is everything
did you
all
say
right?
something?
And why do you look so nervous?
I am not nervous. I am tired.
You're tired.
It's been a long night.
You look nervous to me.
He kind of looks up in the sky, making sure that it's day and like it's still not night. It's long night. Yes.
Long night doing what?
Why are you curious?
Because you're clearly distracted. And
Like I
I'm
said, it
trying
was
to
a
speak
long
with you.
night.
I'm trying to speak with you. Do
There
you
are
still
other
have the
people here.
substance?
I wanna roll insight on Leonard.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, Leonard, you need to roll, I assume, deception.
I'm not hiding anything. It's
Alright,
fine. Like,
fair enough.
it's true. I had a long night. I'm just really tired.
It seems quite obvious to you that Leonard is trying to hide something that he might have done.
Oh, okay, yeah. She can get
So,
that.
Lynn stares at you, unblinking, just her eyes just wide open.
I don't know if I'm too conscious to see that.
I would like to point out that Eden, already not trusting Leonard, just assumes that he's hiding something.
I
It's
mean,
cool. It's cool.
it might
What
seem
was
a
your last
little
question,
obvious
by the
with
way?
anybody with a decent int. What did you say?
Said, what was Eden's last question? Because I kind of forgot the question.
Do you still have the substance?
Substance. Which one?
Purple.
Purple. Purple vial. Yes. Which specific one are you talking about? He kind of jumps back to his bag, scrubbling through vials.
What did you do with it?
I have it right here. Don't pester me. And after like a decent 1 or 2 minutes of searching, he pulls it out. But it's pretty noticeable that like
About
a tiny bit of it kind of escaped.
Well, about like 1/4 escaped.
Oh, that much? Okay, so my bad. There's your vial.
And-
I can put it on the table near Eden.
She reaches out and picks it up.
It's useless to me anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna look
Puts
at
it
it
in her
and
pocket.
immediately notice like 1/4 of it is just gone.
He says, and what did you find out?
Absolutely nothing. Like, I tried
So then-
everything I could, but whatever it is, it makes no sense.
It's the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It
Okay.
probably is.
Dude, what are the chances if I drink it, Alros can become a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Pretty high.
Yo, I'm gonna be Donatello, let's go.
Let's go.
In the astral plane, you can be whatever you want.
What happened to the part that's missing?
What's missing? It's right there.
Yes, there's some of it missing.
Oh.
Did you drink it? Did you
Oh,
test it on
no, I'm
something?
not that stupid.
I'll
Test it
drink it
on
at level
something.
3, I get disease resistance.
I just trying to figure out what you found out so that
Oh, I should warn you.
Stop
It's
wasting
very
time here.
gaseous. It's not. What's the word? God damn it! I only know the
Yeah,
Turkish
gaseous.
version of it.
Volatile?
There's that- not volatile. Was that the one that it evaporates extremely quickly? Volatile. Yeah, it's very volatile. Yeah, it's very volatile.
Volatile means reacts easily. I think
yeah,
gas is the
that's more
closest
like
word.
for explosives and whatnot. The word is like,
The one like it's like alcohol. When you rub it in your
Viscous.
hands, it quickly evaporates. Like, anyway, I'll be using
Yeah,
that
it's-
Do
word,
we
but
even
I
have
don't
a
know what
word
it's
for that?
Yeah, there is.
Let's
In English.
move
It
on.
seems to
Yeah,
a
let's
liquid
move-
state
Effervescent.
fully under pressure.
let's just
We
say
all
gas.
understand. We all
Yes,
understand what we're trying to say. Can we move on from
Yes,
grammar?
yes.
Look, I just want to find out what your experience with it was, so that we don't have to waste time conducting the same experiments that you did.
Don't inhale it, or
Obviously.
get near it.
What
happened?
happens if you inhale it? He just looks at him very inquisitively.
I look at him in the same way. I would like to know as well because I didn't inhale it.
Why
Are
are
you
you
sure?
Then why are
Look,
you
when you
recommending us
open-
not inhale it if you have not actively inhaled it or seen something inhale it?
DM, do I have my gas mask?
What, you have it with you?
No, I didn't bring it. I could give you a demonstration if you want. I kind of like. Wait, I don't have the bottle in my hand. Damn it. I was like, I could give you a demonstration signaling the bottle in Eden's hands.
It's in her pocket now.
Okay, the one signaling to Eden then.
Yes. No. No, I don't think we want
I think
that.
we're fine at the
I
moment.
think we're fine.
Yeah, then you have all my word to go on. Basically, I opened the bottle, supposedly just to like drop it out a bit so I could analyze it. You know, chemical analysis, don't expect you to understand. And then the moment I opened it, it fucking like turned into gas. And then I shot it, of course, while I was wearing a gas mask. And then I tried to vacuum it or something. I don't know what to do with gas. And then it like went in my skin. And that's it.
Man's got mustard gas poisoning.
Probably. It's not something foreign to me.
Well, I guess now that is out of the question, I guess breathing it in or drinking it is out of the question for now. Why didn't we head towards the place where the cultists are?
What if we just threw the bottle at them? And then
I
see what
don't want
happened?
to do that because that could theoretically be unleashing a bioweapon into the middle of a city.
Are you worried because they're also human and humans have rights and not all that bullcrap? Who cares? Just throw
I
the
don't
bottle
care,
and
the
walk away.
cultists, but I'm worried if that stuff is truly turns into mist so quickly, that will most certainly get swept up and go into the city. And just
And
infect
your point
random
is?
people around it.
Your point is?
We live in a city of all those monstrosities that we saw.
If I could suggest a possibility, perhaps the thing that they're collecting is in fact this substance, and if the time is at hand, perhaps their plan is to vaporize this substance in a large quantity in the city to infect the entire city, as the note would seem to imply.
Then what? Then we maybe instead of diving headfirst into this location, with what I've observed till now with my half-conscious state, we don't have a plan. What if we tried to figure out how they plan to spread this chemical around the city and then block that?
We can't really get any more clues on how they're gonna spread the chemical into the city without going there.
You make a good point. I'm still sleeping. Don't mind me.
It could be as simple as cultists carrying jars of this substance and breaking them on every corner in the city.
Would I know any like citywide any air pipe system, like the sewer system? Anything the city would have?
Roll me like a history check.
Okay. I feel like I would know something like that. It's not my best.
I mean, there are the obvious ones. There is indeed the sewer system, which does cover the entire city for the most part. There are the canals. If you could potentially poison the water, that could be a good way to poison the entire water supply of the city. There is like a small water treatment plant. If you manage to poison that, that would probably be kind of bad.
See, but none of those really fit the chemicals description. If it's extremely volatile, then mix. Well, actually, I haven't mixed it with anything else to know what would happen to it.
Yeah,
So-
it's like when you think about it, it's like gas form, so you don't think that it's gonna exactly mix with any of those very well.
I mean, you can still mix liquid and gas, but
Hmm?
you know, I don't know if this technology is available at this time. So
I don't think we have many options when it comes to where to go next. We're going to the Salt Pyre, but we don't have to lay siege to the place. Perhaps we
I'm
can
not
stake it out
suggesting
and
we
watch
lay
it.
siege to it. I'm suggesting we go in there, and if they are actively going to mutate people or do anything that looks like it actively needs to be stopped, we stop them.
Stake out.
GM, but there is another document, Allies and Contacts. Was that part of the note, or was something else?
What now? Didn't catch that quite well.
Just it's handouts into the folder is handouts. There is Allies and Contacts, and there is the word receive drug stipend from the dock. Bring Bright to contact the garage.
Oh yes, that is a separate note that you found on the table.
It was along with the press note. The press note, right?
Yeah, that's two notes. There's the allies and contacts, and there's the one that you found on the priest body.
And we have 5 more places to check. Aren't we just lucky?
Looks like the most pressing matter one of these, when you like determine the weight, is probably the priest's, since he was seemingly the leader of this small section.
Perhaps, actually, now that you mention it, maybe we should go to the docks to see if we can spot this drug shipment as it comes into the city.
We are right by the salt fire. We might as well go while we're here.
Did you put the message on the table for everyone to see?
Let me copy them again. I will post
No, like
both
in
of
character,
them
did someone put
into
the letter on the table?
The priest's note is on the table.
Okay. So I'd say we still don't know the password to enter.
No, we don't.
The password will be whatever I say it is when I shove a dagger in their face.
I thought we were planning to do this quietly, to not
But
draw
we'll do
attention
it.
to ourselves.
If we do it well enough.
And
not going in right
I
away.
will remind everybody at this point that Salt Pyre is a tavern.
Oh. Forgot about that.
I doubt that this contact is going to be wearing all black with a covering completely his face in the middle of the day.
I swear to
No.
God, if I didn't know any better, like 5 minutes more, if I would have let you do that, one of you would have been like, let's set the place to fire.
Yeah, I was assuming just when I heard Salt Pyre, I just imagined a large, like, tower or something.
No, it is a tavern.
Oh,
Can I
that's a lot.
roll history to check if I can remember anyone who is affiliated with it, at least, or something?
I mean, you can. Somebody did roll general history on it, so let me open it up to remind you guys what it is.
So should I roll history?
Sure, if you want. You can also do it. I believe it was Linda last time
Yeah.
found this out.
Last session I got good rolls. Now I don't get anything.
Open up. I mean,
so
you
many-
have heard of Saltpire, but you don't know much about it, except its slightly seedier reputation. Alright, let me copy this.
Alright. Thanks.
Last session, there were like the most amount of nat 1s and nat 20s I've seen just ever.
I was rolling good. So I don't know about you guys.
I bring back people back to life using only my hand, apparently.
Well, I rolled good in anything non-combat related, so
That is the description of Saltpire.
There's one other thing to consider. We're not exactly the most inconspicuous group. While it's a little bit more dangerous, if we would cover more ground if we did split up, and we would be less noticeable. But obviously, it's a lot more dangerous.
That sounds like a horrible idea. Just
It could
looks-
be. It could be as simple as us wearing simple clothes.
I read.
Jin
I
will just kind of
mean-
look at him from his experiences in the city so far. I don't know how well that's gonna go for me.
I mean, I will have to buy simple clothes. I know that's subtly.
Fine on my clothes, these are simple enough. He's wearing just really fancy clothes and just like pauldrons and like
Lynn is wearing about 50 gold worth of chains.
he's got like
Um,
gauntlets on at this point.
Eden is dressed in a simple black leather coat,
We shine.
shirt and trousers.
I mean, that is
Stop
a
it,
note.
episode.
You guys are at your civilian uniforms, well, clothes at this moment, pretty much already.
I don't think I have. I think it's only since I have fancy clothes.
Yes, fancy clothes and gold chains are probably not the best thing to wear into that part of town.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It won't.
Oh,
well then all you
I-
rich folk can watch outside, and all us peasant folk can go inside.
I mean,
From that history description, it is known to be enjoyed by rich and poor alike, so they're not exactly out of place.
you know what? We can talk on the way. Let's just go there now. Is everyone
Alright.
okay with that?
Right.
all right.
Eh,
Do you go by? Well, no reason to take a cab because it's literally almost next to you. So, let me put you on the chair. Hello, you'll travel from the old village where you were at into the Saltpire Tavern. As you're
Nice.
heading there, you don't see anything interrupt you as you come by the slightly older looking building, as you smell the smell of alcohol and food, and you hear that the pub is quite loud, as you hear people talking and yelling and cheering and just being all excited. And you even see a couple of old, drunks walk out of the bar, just kind of popping and waving back and forth, just like, hey!
Are there any cultists?
Are you just generally looking around, or are you just, do you want to roll perception to specifically look for any cultist-like
Sure, I'll roll
individuals?
perception.
Alright. You the two of you kind of look around for any, well, three of you look around for any people that might seem like a cultist to you. You probably even look for the specific sigil that you have seen, the symbol on the arms and armors of those previous cultists, but you don't seemingly see any. This is what seems to be
I am being very judgmental.
a regular pub where plenty of people walking in and out with a rousing customer base.
Well, I suppose we should go in and have a drink.
Sounds like a great plan to me. Can I look for anyone with that's wearing like a lot of black or just a hood of any sort?
Sure.
Do you mean me?
Yeah, you as you're like in front of the inn, you kind of look to the side, and you see like this homeless person with like a black cloak on and not much else.
I'm just gonna ignore that then.
Eden is also wearing a lot of black.
I mean, if it's any comfort, he does have pants.
Lynn
Okay,
is wearing
thank
a
you.
floor-length male black trench coat. So,
I'm gonna go in the pub.
Alright. Do all of you just enter?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. You walk into the pub and you see the first like opening is quite packed to the brim, as you see people talking and just eating and drinking and just having a merry old time. As the door kind of swings open, the pub owner kind of waves to you. As you see, some people just having a merry old time, and some of them drinking to their sorrows.
Do we
I
put
go
our
up to the
minis on?
bartender.
You may post your tokens onto the map if you wish. Not
I
necessary.
thought that was a
but-
pile of dead bodies.
Wait. Oh wait, that's the. Oh, that's not the entrance. Okay.
Nah, this is the entrance that you came from. Over yonder.
Okay.
That is the downstairs where you guys went to.
I see.
Is it also autofocus for everyone else or just me?
Mine looks fine.
Yeah, it
Oh,
should.
now mine is in focus. Okay.
It might load for a little bit.
I'm gonna head to the bartender.
Sure. Behind the counter, you see this this older looking gently fellow with a couple of pictures in his hand and a slightly bigger than normal belly, and he kind of looks up to you and he's like, "Hey, what's gonna get you, boy? Can I interest you in some ale?"
How much?
Ah. Let me roll on this table here. A glass of whiskey is silver coin, sir.
I'll take it. There's something small, please.
Sure. Here we go, boy. Enjoy.
1 silver, right?
Yeah, 1 silver.
Alright, I give him a silver.
Thank you so much. As he looks to you, to the other you, the rest of you, and is like, can I get you guys anything else?
I wish
I
to
will.
roll perception, by the way.
I'll take a mead, please.
do you have a glass of white wine?
What kind of meat do you want? We got ale, beer.
I'll just take an ale, please.
Alright, that be 5 copper.
Okay.
If you want some steeped boar and curd cheese with that, that's 9 copper, sir.
No, thank you. I'll just do the. Does it come in a mug like a? Like
yes. He like hands you like this fairly big pitcher of ale.
This will do. I am going to just drinking that and holding it.
Yeah.
If there is a combat today, I'm smiting someone with a mug.
It tastes like ale. It's slightly less, lesser quality, but it's fairly drinkable. The whiskey that Leonard is having is actually not half bad. It's
Can I investigate the mugs or cups or whatever we're drinking out of
Sure.
to see if it's similar to the ones we found in that sewer diner table?
Sure, go ahead.
That's so smart.
I would
Thank
like a
you.
glass of white wine, please, if you have it.
What?
Who wants white wine?
Oh, wow, white wine, of course, missus. That'd be 2 silver.
I hand him the money.
Thank you. Great, ma'am.
So, I don't know. This seems to me to be a very expensive tavern. Is that right, or is this about average?
This is about average. Mine, this ain't anything special, ma'am.
No, I was asking you as a GM, not the bartender. That would just be rude.
Yeah, you kind of look around and it's fairly average looking pub like / tavern. You do hear, like, with your passive perception, a lot of noise coming beyond that door. Over here.
The body's trying to get out.
But Leonard, as you're looking at the mugs, well, it's slightly... Well, you are drinking from 30 mugs, first place. You're slightly disappointed by that fact. But you don't see any similarities between these and the mugs and cups that you found in the church.
I'm gonna put the mug on the table.
The church, where you were at, like the dining table, those seemed a little bit more fancy. They seemed like a wooden, simple, like cups and mugs and whatnot.
Okay. I'm gonna put my cup on the table and push it away. After seeing that it's dirty, just, give a bad review on Yelp.
Can I get you?
I would like to head over to the door stealthily.
Okay. I mean, not a lot of stealthing around doing in the pub, but go ahead.
Just sneaking, trying to hide behind tables. Just crouch down, trying to get to the door.
Well, yeah, you kind of try your best, but you think
The
at least that
bartender-
you're stealthy. You're
If
not
the
quite
bartender
sure.
sees him, can I try to distract him by ordering another drink?
I mean, he's not especially looking at her, so... Well, when
Yeah,
we-
there's also everyone else in the tavern. It's
I'll just preoccupy the bartender.
Sure, well, whatever, yeah. But
So
yeah,
she has that covered.
Len, you think you're fairly sneaky and get up to the door.
Cool. I'm gonna see if I can open it.
Alright, you open up the great double door and you see like a big fighting pit as you see 2 young males going at it with their bare fists, and you see like this great scene of like people just cheering and taking bets and just yelling, go,
Either one
go,
of
kill
them-
him!
Are either one of them a half-orc?
No. The other one seems like maybe a half-elf, since the ears are a little longer. But the other one is definitely just a normal male. you look at the back of the tavern and you see a small little like hospital bed, well, like a table where you see like a makeshift nurse patching up some wounds, but out of the corner of your eye, you see like this massive like throne with like this just a hunk of just meat and fat just sitting on it, and just like he has like this small crown, and he has like this almost like a model, and it reads champion, and he has like a small little title belt around him. To the side of the tavern, you see a warforged that also sticks out to your eye.
I walk in casually and want to watch the fight.
Yeah, you go in there and you see the two of them going at it, and you see like people just placing bets on them, like, oh yeah, the human is gonna win, and one of them is like betting on the other one.
I want to place a gold on the elf.
Alright.
With that happening, can I just take notice and just walk over?
Sure. You see the same room in front of you, as I described it to Len.
His eyes light up, and he's just... Does there look like any place where he can place bets or sign up to fight?
You look over to the corner, and you see like this scruffy man behind the desk just taking like names, and you see occasionally a person come up and like either place a bet or like it's like, hey, I want to fight.
Then can I just go up? I would like to fight, and can I pull out 20 gold and say, I place this on myself?
Oh, he kind of looks at you and is like, sure, yeah, well, what's your name, sir?
I'm trying to think of a fake name real quick. Osprey. Yeah, it's Osprey.
Osprey, and you want to place 20 gold on yourself, alright? And, is there anybody that you would like to fight, or should we just pick random?
Random, I'm fine with whoever.
Alright, I will declare that this fight are strictly non-lethal and only fists. No weapons allowed.
He stares longingly at the mug he is holding, and then sets it down on a table. That works fine.
Len seeing Aldros go up to place or to do that will also place a bet on Aldros for 30 gold.
Can I just... I just pull my rapier out of my side. Just here, take this. And just toss it to Lynn. Hold this for me.
I catch it, almost drop it, and put it on my side.
Eden followed Aldros into the room, and watched him sign up for the fight and place a bet on himself.
Do you want me to just temporarily remove the gold?
Sure. I mean, it could be that you get your ass handed to you.
And she's going to wait to see who his opponent is before she asks for the odds between him and his opponent.
It's just like pretty much whoever wins get twice the money back.
Ooh.
Eden is going to place 20 gold on
I
Aldros.
should have just emptied out my pockets. I need a half plate set. Let's go.
What if
I
you
mean,
lose?
it is limited that you can only place a bet of 50 gold on yourself.
I didn't even have that much.
But
I don't know him.
in a quick fashion, you see, look at the fighting bit, and you see the half-elf just get wrecked.
Yay, I get my 2 gold back. Oh wait, no, he lost. No,
Yeah, the elf lost, like, you see, he's not even a match. as small little two people come up with one of those carry baits and just take him to the nurse over to the corner. And you see the guy in the pit and he's just like, yeah, I'm so badass. And he's like, who's next? Yeah, I'll kick their ass too.
So
Is this
how do we-
illegal? This looks like it's illegal.
Fine. Yep.
Probably
Eden,
is.
this would be one of the moral gray zones in the city. It is technically illegal, but the city guard lets it go, mostly because of the amount of peace and money they get out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I could. Can I just straight up okay, wait. Never mind, not yet. Just. Never mind.
Can I
But,
see
Have
if
the money?
that's
Yeah, I mean, you lost your money, but Aldous, as your name is called up as...
It's ready?
I forgot your fake name. Oh, Osprey.
Osprey. I literally thought of just something that started with an A and somehow I got to an O.
And,
So I just...
You see the guy on the other side of the pit, and he's like, "I'm gonna fight you, really? I'm gonna
Yes.
fight this pretty boy. He's gonna get his ass handed to you, folks. Place your bets on me, Jonathan Mark. I'm
Did he have to
gonna
take-
so kick his ass." And you see some of the crowd cheer.
So DM, what is your stance on, can I smite with my bare hands, or no?
Is it one of those that technically requires a weapon?
That's where I was holding the mug. But
Actually,
I don't know if it does.
Actually, a fist is technically a weapon.
Let's go!
Do you want to just do this in turns, or do you want to do this just in skill rolls?
What is a skill roll?
Actually, let's just do it quickly in turns, because skill rolls would... I mean, I guess we could roll athletics and maybe acrobatics and could do best of 3 to see who wins.
Got it. Okay, so...
Did he have to take off his armor?
Yes, he would have to take off his arm.
Okay, let me check.
How subtle is mage armor?
Actually fairly subtle. Except to the combatant, and maybe a slight glimmer.
Okay, I gotta figure out what my AC is without this. Wait, let me just go into my Beyond. Oh, I would be without a shield too, okay. I'm rocking with a really low AC right now.
Okay, I'm gonna cast mage armor on Aldros.
Alright.
Okay, without my chainmail, without my without my shield. I have a AC 13. How
13
much is
plus
mage
whatever.
armor? 13 plus. I would
3.
have a plus 3 dex. So
Plus dex.
I still have a 16. Ah, okay.
Good enough, I have 12.
Okay, let me just.
This is stupid and probably cheating, but I don't care.
It is nice. Thank you. It's spending a spell slot on me. Okay, so do you want me to roll initiative?
Sure, let's do this in initiative order. Let me just really... Okay, here we go. You're going to fight this dude.
I've asked this twice now. Where's the initiative roll button on the character
So
sheet?
to click your token, you open up your sheet.
I have my sheet open, yeah.
Is
In
your
the
token
character
selected?
row sheet, above the hit points is 3 box Fs. One of them
okay,
is
thank you.
initiative, and you just press the initiative. Unfortunately,
I'm at
since
20.
this guy is not statted out, I just... Oh, well. He goes first.
It's good that it's not on a hit, at least. Get that out of the way.
So, In a quick fashion, he comes up to you and pretty much tries like a flying kick.
Does it hit 16?
Let me see. Oh yes, I am rolling these hidden, not visible.
I just realized something.
Yes.
I would literally have the same stats if I was wearing just, I think it was studded leather that I have currently in chainmail. Wow, this really is...
As his flying kick flies wild as you duck underneath and have a chance to hit him.
Then I'm going to attack.
Pikachu, use attack.
You
Pikachu.
come fairly close, but also barely miss.
Dang.
As he tries, he lands his like flying kick, and he comes with a fist against your the back of your head, and you just manage to block it.
Okay, so
Your
he missed
turn.
me again?
Yep.
Very nice. Then another unarmed. I'm basically gonna go for just a spinning roundhouse kick to his noggin.
You hit him directly in the face.
Okay, let me check how much damage. Okay, 2 bludgeoning to him.
You see him take a decent hit as he's like, he gets a slight nosebleed. As he's,
How messed up in total does he look?
Fairly bad as he looks at you and he like spits a little bit of like, he wipes his nose out of the blood and just kinda tries to hit you. What? I believe your AC was 16, so that's a miss. Your turn.
Like all combat encounters so far.
I know, right?
12.
12 is a miss.
I just go for just a jab and it misses.
Mm-hmm. He tries a good old sweep the leg. And that's a hit. Roll 1d4 plus, I'm not gonna reveal his strength. You take all of a single point of bludgeoning damage. As it's your turn.
I just go, nice one.
That's a hit.
Damage. 2 bludgeoning. Just again.
Once
Just
again, you hit him and
Just a haymaker with the left arm. Just
you
left
see him
hook.
start wobbling a little as he tries to take another swing at you and misses. Your turn again.
1.
That's also a hit.
18! 2 more!
As you see him barely standing at this point, as he's like wobbling and he's like just barely managing to stand as he goes for another blow himself, but once again just doesn't even come close.
15.
As you hit him
2 more
directly.
bludgeoning. Can I just go for an axe kick on him? Just bring the foot down over his head.
Sure, you hit him in the head and he just face plants into the crowd. And you hear the crowd cheer as he goes unconscious.
Well, that was fun.
And you see the medics kind of like just carry him to the table.
Can I just hop out of here?
Sure, yeah. As you go to the table and the cashier hands you your winnings.
So I get 40 gold now. Since I put down 20.
Yep. Good
Ooh.
fight. Nice.
Lynn also goes to get her money.
Yeah.
Is there any way I could do another fight?
We're restricted 1 per day, sir. It's
Well,
to
that's it.
preserve the combatants. As you see, we don't have that many.
I see. Yeah, I just go up, grab my rapier, my shield, my. I just really.
Eden,
Lynn would probably be holding, if I just asked her, like 50 pounds of stuff
Sure.
at this point.
I don't know. I mean, you can basically carry everything, so it's fine.
Eden glances around the room to see
Don't
who
know.
is eyeing Aldros particularly suspiciously.
Alright, roll me
I'm
perception.
gonna pop one lay of hand, or no, never mind. No, I'm not. No point in wasting it.
I mean, you just took a single point of damage from the enemy goblin that I used.
She's the goblin.
Yeah, I used the core stats for a goblin.
Poor guy.
So it's good to know that if I wanted to use a pop a spell slot, I could have just smited him and he would have been a bloody pile on the floor.
You can kind of look around the room and nobody is especially seeming taking interest in Aldros except the cashier. But as you're kind of looking around, there's a couple of individuals that catch your eye out of the crowd. Like the crowd is just regular folk. You see that some of them are slightly well off, but the few individuals that you spot out is the gigantic looking man that seems almost twice the size of a regular human. That sticks out to you. To the right hand side of the corner, well, to the right wall, you see a Warforged that seemingly is one of the fighters that is seemingly currently kind of just leaning against the wall and just observing the situation. And you're gonna look at this back corner of the room, and something does stick out in your eye. You see like this red hooded individual talking with like a female customer, and they're playing some poker. It's not like first nothing out of the ordinary spots out to you, but then you notice it like from the as his like cloak reveals a little. You see like this almost like a cross-looking carving in his forehead.
Well, Eden gets up and starts walking inconspicuously towards this seat over here. And I guess waits for another combatant to get in the ring, but is really just sort of trying to eavesdrop on this conversation.
Sure. Roll me
What?
another perception, and we will focus on somebody else for a little bit.
I think that's a pretty good roll.
Alright, what is Jin and Leonard doing? Just drinking?
During that, Jin will. Well, first, Jin will ask the barkeeper where, say, he can use the bathroom, just because he wants somewhere quiet that he can cast some spells.
Sure. Oh, over there. And he points, like, let's say there's a door over here to the bathroom.
Alright.
Because I just realized that there's no bathroom on this map, so I guess we can just make one up.
Yeah. And if Leonard wants to do anything, he should do it real quick, because I don't know how long I'm going to be doing what I'm going to do.
Sure, yeah.
I said already. But
Then
I'm gonna go
Leonard
in the
also
ring.
goes to watch the fights.
I said I was already gonna go in the room, but I didn't really put my token there.
Ah, yeah.
I would stand somewhere where I can see everyone, like my group-wise everyone, and then react. If something's gonna happen.
Is Equin doing anything out of the ordinary?
I was only looking around. I tried to ask if a couple of minutes ago if there was anyone playing cards, but I just standing around keeping a lookout with my passive perception of 17.
Are you also in the fighting room, or are you still in the main lobby as your token indicates?
No, I'm just I'm still into the bar room.
Alright. Do you want to roll perception over there?
I was hoping if my passive perception I could see maybe someone who looks a
Let me
bit.
remind myself what is your passive. A queen's passive is 17. Alright. With your passive
If there's-
perception, in the main lobby of this pub, nothing out of the ordinary is like nothing is out of place. You do see the pub owner who is definitely a character to his own. Rest of the customer is mostly what I described. Some of them are poor, some of them are workers, some of them are rich, but when you're kinda looking around, this individual over to this corner spots out to you. As you see this roguish individual, and he's playing tricks with his knife, as he's doing the 5-finger knife game, and he's like bragging that he's like better than anybody. And he's just like, you hear him boasting, and you see like next to him he has like this massive cloth bag full of like something hard. And he occasionally he like shakes it to brag it, and you hear the sound of like coin.
You know what you must do.
I will gladly not do that. Jason, no, if I look at it and see something barbaric and doing something like some danger with your own finger.
I have all my fingers.
Knife goes
No, you
chop,
don't.
chop, chop.
Oh,
If the stasis in between my fingers will come off.
Yep.
Yep. And he even does the scene from Aliens with Bishop with one of the other guys. He just pulls out his hand open and it just goes like as the other guy is just like, ah!
A question about like the setting. How common are Warforged in this town?
Somewhat common. They're not like in Eberron, they do exist. But they are like, I would say like uncommon.
Are they like a servant class or just normal people?
So they are both. They can be either servants. Some of, especially the military, uses them for paddle. But some of them have acquired like a proper citizenry ship. But for the most part, they are servants, and they will follow their master's order.
Thank you.
Alright, is Alros doing anything else?
He'll just go up to the Warforge. Just.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no questions at the moment, so never mind.
Alright, is Len doing anything out of the ordinary?
Just looking around, trying to insight anyone into seeing if they're creepy or not.
Sure.
Staring with her giant golden eyes.
And the next fighters gonna go in and you see them go into battle. But Eden, as you sit down and you start listening in, it sounds like a regular game of poker cards. As the other person says, I have two clubs, and the other one is she has two jacks, and they seemingly trade wins and back and forth.
Eden's gonna join them.
Alright.
She walks over to the table and she says, "Do you mind if I join this game?"
The woman kinda just nods, but the figured man kinda looks at you and it's like, are you sure?
Oh, not anymore. Why? He sits down.
The starting bid is 10 gold.
And 10, 20 blinds, or are you talking about the buy-in is 10 gold?
To buy this 10 gold.
Sure. She puts 10 gold on the counter on the table in front of her.
Ah, good to have another player. Yeah. And he deals like the cards. Let's see. Just
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool. So I can hit draw. Are we doing like Texas Hold'em or something? Or
no,
do I
this
draw
is
two cards?
this is just poker with one switch, so you can pick cards that you want to switch. It's I assume that everybody knows the rules of poker.
Draw 5.
Hold on, yeah, draw 5. And then just click them open, and oh, I did not mean to steal your card. Stop stealing it.
Jack of clubs. No way. No way you can't steal it. Okay. Oh, I see. So I can see my cards, but nobody else can see them.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
the other player draws his cards, and it's like, I'll bet 2 gold.
Eden. Guess Eden's gonna fold right away because a fifth of her buy-in as a raise is not something that she is willing to gamble with.
You know, let's not do this the hard way. I mean, this could be fun to play this way, but let's just rely on skill checks.
Just roll.
He had, by the way, absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, I had nothing either. How do I get rid of the cards that are...
You just drag them to the map and delete them. Just click the little card deck icon next to your picture in Roll20. And there you go.
That disappeared. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just make a skill.
That was a fun
check.
idea, but... So,
it's an interesting idea.
Do you just play fair and square, or do you want to cheat?
Eden is playing fair and square, but she is going to strike up a conversation with the marked man about his tattoo on his forehead.
Alright, well, it's not a tattoo when you look at it. When you look at it, you see that it's carved with a knife.
It's an interesting mark that you have on your forehead.
He kind of looks at you and is like, yeah, and?
Oh, it's just marking.
I'm
curious
nothing
as...
much. Roll me a D100, just out of curiosity. Okay.
Not bad.
Alright. So the two of you just play some poker, and for the most part, you lose a fairly decent chunk of hands.
Oh, is that the number of hands that I lose?
No, that's you're rolling against me, and I just rolled a far better than you.
Okay. How did you get your scars?
It's my business alone.
Alright, I didn't mean to pry. You know, I have a number of scars myself. Usually I got them from fighting, but you know, never before have I seen someone where it looked like it was deliberately done.
I
Sorry,
bet.
if this conversation bothers you, I can stop.
It's no. I just rather keep my business to myself.
Very well. I don't know what else to say to this guy. I'm gonna follow him later, but I don't know what else to say to him right now.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah. You play with it. Alright, with him. Jin, so you are just casting spells in the bathroom?
I was going to
Okay.
use my wild shape to turn into a spider so I can explore the rest of the tavern without, someone saying, "Hey, you don't belong here."
Sure.
Alrighty, I guess first I don't know if these are upstairs or downstairs, but
Those are
I'll see where these stairs go.
downstairs. Alright, you goes downstairs as we focus on you a little while. You come into a slightly... You come into the basement as you see more people and more of less of like a private area. It seems that it is still accessible to most of the people. And you start to smell like this, well, not only smell, but kind of see with your beady eyes as you come down through the little cloth. Beyond this, what you call it, not carpet, but like a velvet, like curtain, you see a little bit of like smoke. As you come in, and it smells of quite familiar, like a nice pleasant smell.
Could I do either a nature check or an intelligence check to see if I know exactly what it is?
Sure. You're not 100% certain.
Alrighty, climbing along the ceiling, I'll head over towards the smell then and check that out.
Yeah. You come into a small, like a area. As you see two more curtains blocking the way to your smoke, but you see it. Beyond that, you see a roulette table, like a high stakes poker table, where they seemingly play Texas Hold'em, and like a VIP area to the end of the basement.
Alright, if nothing in particular seems to be here, might as well head over to the VIP area.
Unless you want
Going
to
on
take
there.
through the curtains where the smoke is coming from.
Oh, it's coming from there. Yeah, I'll check that out first then.
You look in and you see a small opium like hole on this side, as you see a few customers inhaling some opium.
You would have no idea what's going on there, since so I'll check out the other ones, see if there's anything else.
The
going on
other
here.
one, as you look in, it's like they're like inhaling some incense, like a pleasant smelling like flower bed incense, as it's more of a just like a small pastime that they seemingly do. The people inhaling the opium, they seemed a little bit more out of it.
Jin will resist the urge to de-transform and try and keep on exploring.
You come into like the VIP lounge where you see some customers enjoying themselves with either a male escort or a female escort, either by talking or just like flirting with them. It's kind of like a karaoke club. And you see like expensive champagne and snacks and whatnot.
Guess I'll do a perception check, see if I don't think there's any particularly interesting conversations going on back in the tavern room over here.
Sure.
Unless I think there's something going on here too, but
I mean, you can always decide that by yourself.
I'm just rolling terribly today.
As you're looking around, nothing out of the ordinary catches your eye as you look into the main room. There's a few people just watching some people dancing, but one person spots your interest. Mostly because how insanely drunk he is as he's babbling on about something but nothing at the same time. You just kind of look at him and you see this kind of old figure in front of you as you see some of his face is a little less kept, let's just say that, as he's just babbling on about something but just making absolutely no sense.
Would he remind Jen of the people being experimented on back from the sewers by any chance?
Roll me like maybe a medicine. No, just roll me like an intelligence straight up.
Oh.
He's a sewer monster.
You gotta look
He's
at
the
him,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
and you just wonder what in the heck he's on.
Alright, in that case, do I think the people in the opium den are like so out of it I could de-transform here and they wouldn't notice anything, or?
Probably
Maybe
more like
exploring.
wouldn't care.
Okay, yeah, I'll unwell cheap in here and take a good old puff of that opium. He wants to try it out.
Yeah, you just kind of puff in. You see the person over here, he's like, oh, he kind of does the Jack Sparrow hand thing, and it's like, oh man, I'm seeing things. Oh, I need to. What? Ah, that's so good though. Roll me a Constitution saving throw as you inhale the opium. Hold on, I need to actually Google what opium exactly does to you.
It ruined China for a couple hundred years.
Because I know that, I kinda know what it does, but I also don't know what it does.
One of those things that you
It's-
vaguely know from.
It's
just
a
reading about-
depressant. It should make you feel more lethargic and relaxed. You start to feel pretty drowsy.
Yeah, that's
especially
what I
with,
assumed,
a
that
lot-
it's kinda like a weed effect.
It's a bit.
Would that be like a point of exhaustion?
It's way more powerful than weed, though.
Yeah,
Way
but
more.
he rolled
It
fairly
hurts.
good, so he only took like a puff, so Jin, you're getting fairly relaxed with your
3
first
points
dose.
of exhaustion.
No, he's fine. He's a little mellower as you feel like everything in the world is a little better after taking your first hit.
These chairs are so comfy, man.
Alright, let's go back upstairs to see what was Lynn doing as I saw her moving next to the rogue.
Yeah, Lynn is going to walk over to him and ask him, "Hey, is this seat taken?"
Now ma'am, please sit.
Lynn sits down and nods to him. So this game here, what is the point of it? Are you trying to hurt yourself?
No, it's all about skill, ma'am. I'm showing off. You see, I'm better than anybody in this tavern. I'm better than anybody in this pub. In fact, I'm probably better than anybody that you've seen.
Right. Lynn pulls out a dagger and will say, "Here, why don't you teach me?" And we'll place our hand on the table.
Sure, babe. As he like almost tries to reach his hand beyond like behind like your shoulder, behind like your neck, he does the guy thing.
Yeah, Lynn doesn't stop him, clearly.
And he takes it slightly slow as he takes his knife and just like, it's just like, open your palm far as you can, and you just start chopping.
Alright, so I want to try and do this. What do I need to roll?
I guess that would be just a straight up dexterity. Maybe acrobatics, since it's based on how fast you are.
Okay.
But dexterity
so
would make most sense to me. Yeah.
Alright, I shouldn't have advantage. That should be 2 more, because I have acrobatics.
Alright. You are fairly adept at this, as you learn fairly quickly how not to chop your finger off.
As I'm doing this, I'm going to try and see if he has any kind of symbols on his body, any indications that he has some of that purple gas. Basically, if he's related to the cult.
Alright. Let me see. Your passive perception is that. Hiding, if he's hiding anything. Well, that's what you see with your passive perception, but would you like to see anything further by rolling either investigation or perception while you are next to him? It's not exactly hiding much. As you look him over, on his chest, you see a symbol, but it is not the same symbol that you have seen. It's more of like a symbol of like a cloak and dagger.
Alright. So, if I was to guess, that means he belongs to the Rogue Guild or the Thieves Guild?
I mean, that would... Yes.
I belong to the Artisans Guild. I figure I would know that. If not...
I was gonna ask you for a history, but I figured that since you're already a part of a guild, you would more than likely know.
So, Lynn puts her hand on his chest right where the scar is, runs her fingers gently along it, and then she'll say, a thief. You're going to rob me of my precious golden necklace, then?
No, I'm a gentleman, miss. In fact, can I get you a drink?
She accepts. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be delighted.
Barkeep, what are you drinking, miss?
Well, I haven't selected anything yet, but I prefer wine, I suppose.
Get some, white wine to the lady. And you see one of the servers bring you some, white wine.
I take it, and keeping a careful eye on my belongings, I want to try and get him to tell me if he knows anything about cultists. Is this going to be like a charm?
Sure. Charm, or if you're trying to trick him, I mean, depends on your wording. I always prefer role-playing over rolling, so if you have like a certain sentence that you might wanna say to him, and then we figure what you're gonna roll.
Sure. So, what is somebody like you doing down here?
What I do? Well, I take some jobs from less than reputable people, and I earn a keep. It's not much of a living, but it's a living. How about you, miss?
Oh, well, I'm here to... I heard there were some scary people down here. trying to take people like me away. And that's all.
Take people away? Ah. Kidnapping?
Lynn nods slightly, yes, but a little more than that. Have you heard anything?
Roll me diplomacy at this point.
Persuasion, right? That's the same thing.
Persuasion works since that was more of a...
Diplomacy doesn't exist.
Yeah, the diplomacy, I was thinking of 40k. He got this like, well, yeah. Our thief skill, well, we have our code, we don't really kidnap people, but I have heard of some people missing. There's some weird organizations. They're planning something big that I heard. They're paying a lot of cash to keep some people quiet. In fact, I was approached by a man about a job not too recently.
Somebody big and strong as you must know a lot about that. What kind of job was it? I'm sure he was very daring and brave.
He wanted me to... He said he had some kind of a batch to gather from the docks, but I refused as it seemed a little not my kind of job.
Lynn nods, kind of accepting this, and she says, "Oh, that's such disappointment. Why would you be so afraid of such a job?"
You know, it seemed a little suspicious. This, like, red-cloaked man comes up to me. He has a weird scar. He had a couple of his buddies with him, and they were quite well armed. What is suspicious of such folk?
So, red-cloaked man. If I remember correctly, there's a red-cloaked man up in the fighting area, right?
In fact, that I seemingly recall that might have been the person who came up to me about the job.
I will ask him, where can I find you if I want to come see you at a later date? I'm a little busy at the moment.
I visit this pub pretty much once a week. Every Wednesday.
Lynn nods and says, "I will definitely be back next week then."
And sometimes Saturdays. But sometimes. As he kind of left to himself.
Alright. So Lynn is going to go over to the cloaked man.
Alright. Let's focus on Equine for a little bit. As you go closer. Alright, Equine, are you doing anything out of the ordinary?
No, I'm basically just, I was just basically trying to eavesdrop a bit of the conversation and to keep a lookout if there's anything going wrong.
Alright, yeah. You see Lynn go up to the person and you overheard some of it with your passive perception. I assume that you're like sitting down so you don't just stand around like... And you see Len walk off with no issues. As the roguish figure goes back to his like business, just like bragging. As Len goes to the big room, I was gonna go to Leonard next, but since he's not here, let's go back to Aldros. Aldros?
Okay, can I just pop the second one of my divine sense today? That's
Sure.
just detect good and evil, pretty much.
Sure. How far does that extend?
60 feet. I positioned myself pretty well. Or I think I'd go here a bit more. Just right here. So I'd be able to get 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, pretty much everybody.
Pretty much everyone in the room.
Use divine sense around you. First, there's a lot of people, so you pick up like pretty much no singles first, like. But as you're sensing around, you pick up a faint presence from the big dude. It feels somewhat familiar to you, but then your like divine sense hones on the person with the red cloak, as you feel the similar presence, but stronger, almost like it's slightly more rooted in him.
Got it. I'm just gonna describe what that looks like. Anyone play the fucking Witcher 3? It's like that when you just focus on something, everything else turns to black and the... Or wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong game, sorry. It's... Shadow of the...
Sounds like
You know what?
Assassin's Creed.
It looks like... Huh?
Sounds like Assassin's Creed.
You know, yeah, like Assassin's Creed. Shadow of Mordor, that was the one I was thinking. Just everything else turns to black and a couple of things just ping, pretty much. And I'll just start my way over to the table, in case, or if it's Eden's turn next, I'll just ask to sit down.
Yeah. Might as well do it now, Eden. You see Alro's gonna sit down. Do you react?
Hello, do you
in
mind
any
if
way?
I join in?
By all means, sit down.
Sure. The buy-in is 10 gold.
I flop 10 gold on the table.
I would like to mention that during Len's conversation, Valiant was right next to her. In the corner of the bar, right over here.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Can you hear through it? Yes.
Well, yes, but it can also relay messages to her too.
Yeah.
Okay. Just,
So you probably heard that conversation between Len and the roguish person.
Eden's gonna play it cool for now and just keep on losing at cards. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the team to sort of gather. I guess in the meantime, Valiant is gonna continue sneaking along the corners of the room, out of sight of the bartender, in like the legs of the chairs and under people's feet, and look for the other members of the party to alert them.
Yeah, you go up to Iquin first, who is, well, over there, and you pass him along a little... I don't know, how do you, like, pass on a message with... do you go with,
Valiant,
like, a... Since it can't exactly speak...
Valiant will, grab, Iquin's ankles, or ankle, and sort of tug on it as hard as Valiant can, which is not very hard. And then he stands on his hind legs and points to the door and lets out a couple of chirps and waits for Iquin's response.
Alright.
Do I need to roll intelligence to understand, or do I just, with my passive investigation of 20, do I just realize it?
Well, you do realize that this is Valiant, and you recognize it as Eden's familiar. And it is trying to tell you definitely something.
Well, it points at the door. Do I need to go there?
He
Do I need to
nods.
Very well. He rises up with his familiar on his back and starts to make his way towards the door.
Alright, so that's Lynn. Next up would be probably Leonard that you could go up to and join his leg. But since he's already pretty much in the room, I don't know if you need to do that, since, well...
I could do it if I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Valiant is looking for people who are outside of the room. And Valiant has a innate fear of spiders, so
well,
he's just gonna
He
stare
did.
at Jin if he sees him.
Yeah, he did. Say back, but yes. Do roll perception, or I guess we could go with your passive, or whatever Valiant's passive is. I don't actually know what it is currently.
You can just sort of sniff him out, I guess.
Yeah. If Valiant even has a passive perception.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, why advantage? Or does it happen?
Sniffing?
Keen senses,
Keen
right.
senses.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't take you too long to, as I described, you find the similar stuff downstairs. I'm not gonna switch the map, but it doesn't take Valiant too long to find Jim in the opium den as you see him puffing some lovely little opium.
Valiant runs up to him, climbs up his chest onto his face, and grabs his eyebrows. Or is he a spider right now?
He's currently AFK, so he's gonna respond how he's gonna respond when he comes back.
Okay, well...
So let's just focus
later,
on the poker game. As it's going on, Eden, you, at this point, your 10 gold that you managed to buy in is starting to dwindle quite low.
I already removed it from my inventory, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I immediately removed mine from my inventory too.
Yeah. Every time I place the bet, I've just removed it from my inventory.
Alros, roll me a d100.
Oh, one second. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me just roll d100.
Alright, you're doing slightly more better as you're keeping your own, pretty much. You're winning against the female player on the table, but you're losing against the red cloaked man.
I have something I want to say. I'm just reading the priest's note. I'm trying to remember what to say, if that's allowed.
Yeah.
Since I was able to look at it earlier.
Sure. All of you managed to take a look at it in the cafe.
Then this is either going to go terribly or we're going to get a lot of information. But I'm probably just going to do it. Unless any...
I mean, we can't talk to you right now, so...
Yeah, fair point.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lean in and... lean into, like, the hooded, like, cloaked dude. The cultist-looking guy. And just, like, softly say, so, how's my status on becoming a full member?
He kinda looks at you and is like... He, like, squints his eyes at you and is like... Kinda looks at you, just stares at you.
I was banking on that they never saw each other's face.
And, he
did Eden overhear what Aldous said?
let me see, what is your passive? Eden's passive is 17. I think that's more than enough to hear a whisper.
Yeah, I think that...
Especially since you're only 5 feet away.
She's going to sigh and lean in with her fingers folded and look at the lady before looking at the hooded man and say, well, quietly, I suppose, she's going to say, the promised day is coming, is it not?
He gonna looks at you for a moment, almost like this puzzled to look at you. And you're gonna look at him, looking at you, kinda expectantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what. I didn't catch the end of what you
He's
said there.
looking at you, kinda almost like an expectant, almost like he's expecting you to say something.
Yeah, that's the
The dawn?
info we don't quite have at the moment.
Be nice if one of us had charm person, right?
What?
Oh,
Donna Frieden,
subtle
yeah.
commanders.
I feel like charm person is a terrible idea because it only lasts an hour and then he knows he's charmed.
I would take him out back and give him the old kicking the teeth.
She looks at the lady who's sitting at the table and looks back at him and raises an eyebrow.
The lady does not
Almost like
react, by the way. She's just like playing, I don't know anything about that. A promise day? Are you getting married? That's wonderful.
She says perhaps it's best we speak in private.
Do you talk to the man or?
Yeah, to the man.
He gonna looks at you and he gonna lets out this like quiet. Why?
Very well. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, guys, and guess that the answer we were looking for might be in the priest's note. We will save the evening light of the world, and you will become one of us. I mean, no, we will save the evening light. We'll just stick with that. I
always have the command spell. I don't think that's very subtle, but it could theoretically do something.
we don't have the passphrase.
We don't.
We're just gonna have to take
or
this
we're too
guy,
stupid.
I guess.
Charm person isn't like a. It doesn't make you do whatever I want them to.
Yeah, no,
It-
it doesn't.
But
It makes you treat them like a it makes them treat you like a close friend, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I know that it's a hard word puzzle, but hey. But when you say that particular phrase, he kinda looks at you, and he kinda looks around the room, and he's like, stay here. As he gets up the chair, and starts slowly walking. I assume that everybody is at this point like in the room, either like sitting or is one of you like standing against a wall or what are you? Where are you exactly like at this moment?
I think I am still standing.
All right, you're just standing. Iquin.
I'm just standing against the wall here with my familiar on my shoulder.
Len.
I was walking towards the red-robed man, so as he walks off, I'm kind of just staring at Eden.
So you would be probably like
Gestures
in the room.
to the others.
And Chin, as we were
Don't in the basement.
you were you were AFK. Valiant came up to you and pretty much stuck to your chin to pretty much tell you that Eden wants you.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Depending on when that happened, I would be heading on my way. So we could say like he's on the stairs where I got my token right now.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah. As you're getting up and Len, you're getting inside of the room, and Leonard and Niquin, you're kind of just looking around near the wall. You see the red cloaked figure kind of walk off as he told Eden and Alros kind of stay at the stay put. as you look at the red cloak figure, Len and Jin, you see this. As he's approaching the door, he just fucking books it fast as he can. As he just starts running and running.
Valiant
Okay.
is following him.
Len sprints after him.
Doesn't
I-
a familiar only have a certain range?
They have a certain range in which you can communicate, but
Oh.
they can continue to operate on their master's orders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eden, you just see like the man like through the eyes of the Valiant just like book off and just kind of run.
Yeah, Valiant is going to chase him, and then Eden is going to get up and chase after him too.
I follow suit. I dump out the mug of ale, but keep the mug and just in my hand and just rush out.
Alright,
Yeah,
I guess I'll
well,
follow since everyone's running.
Alright.
I'll use my last charge of my wild sheep to turn into a direwolf and just start chasing after him.
Uh-huh.
It's in the middle of a bar. Turns into a wolf.
In a quick fashion, you find yourself in a chase. Even Valiant is having a little bit of trouble chasing him. He had a slight head start, and he seemingly is a little faster than a normal human. Or what seemingly is a
Direwolves are
human.
way faster than a normal human.
I have a movement speed of 50 feet,
Jin,
and I'm pretty sure I maintain my...
you with your direwolf form is like, sure, he does have a quite a lead, but you are slowly catching up as you guys are running through the alleyways and streets as you see him in the distance, but he still has a good lead on you. As you're coming to the canals of the street, you see him easily jump across the small boats and whatnot, carrying the canal to the other side of the street. You see that he just like I said, just easily jumps boat to boat to boat. As you find a chance to perhaps to even do catch him in a quick fashion.
Well, I'm actually not quite sure about that because I still maintain my racial features in my wild shape, which means I have my feline agility, which lets me double my movement speed, so I can, in 6 seconds, if that's how long a turn is in this particular case, I can go 100 feet. So I have
200.
Yeah,
200.
200 if I'm dashing.
In this case, it's not in turn order, but this is a small, easy skill challenge. So I would like you to, each of you, roll a skill and describe how are you going to get across the somewhat hard to cross unbalanced boats.
Can I roll acrobatics real quick?
Yes, acrobatics is allowed. Are you just gonna like jump boat to boat
Yes.
to boat like he did?
He's just doing flips and cartwheels just from boat to boat. And can I get within 60 feet of him?
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to that. Don't,
Oh, okay, sorry.
Don't you wanna? I mean, Valiant, you don't need really. I guess it would also need to.
Oh,
The cat falls in the water and gets soaked.
Oh.
It's the ferret.
Yeah. As you guys are crossing the boats and little rafts, you see as Valiant is jumping across boat to boat. Like after the second boat, Valiant just falls into the water.
Oh,
Can I reuse the cantrip Frostbite to freeze the water?
It wouldn't be as effective. I mean, I guess I could allow you to roll Arcana
Yeah.
to kinda. Alright, you freeze your path. Len, you're also doing the acrobatics boat to boat to boat. and you're doing fairly good. Alros, you're the first one. You're like catching up to the person really quickly. As you see him like dash into an alleyway. Iquin, you're not that far away from Alros. Chin, I assume that is what? Acrobatics?
I was gonna do athletics, but since I changed my physical stats to match that of what I changed into, I had more strength. So my intention was to try to just jump over it through sheer strength, but obviously I fail horribly.
Yeah, you managed to drop yourself into the water as you see the others run ahead from you. And
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
And Eden. Well.
No, because what happened was I accidentally.
Well, in that case, Eden is
Responsible Valiant
also in the
for
water where Chin, the two of you find yourself swimming for a little bit. As Alros and Iquin, you two see this. Actually, yeah, Leonard also rolled. Actually, Leonard would also be there with the three of you. He dashes into this like small alleyway. As you come in there, he stops for a moment as you stop it, and let me reveal. You come in into the alleyway, and you see a familiar group of like cultists as he runs in, and points to you guys, and is like, get him!
I had the greatest command spell set up.
They are against us, predators. So I will request Iquin, Leonard, and Len put their tokens into the map first. Eden and Chin, you're not coming in this round. You guys are slow as hell. So you guys are gonna not only come from the back of the map, you're gonna only come in at the start of the next turn.
Wait, did you say for me to put mine in or no?
Yes, you do put in, since this is the start of combat.
Roll initiative.
As you see the cultist, as you do recognize the scimitar folk are in similar garb that you saw back in the church. Yes, roll initiative. Remember to click your token and press the initiative button.
Initiative.
Yeah, so that was Chin and who was also... Yeah, Eden is coming late.
That one.
Yeah, you the two of you can still roll initiative, but you're only coming at the start of the next round. I should probably stop playing the tavern music since this is...
Eden's not here, but I'm putting her on top of the house just so I can roll initiative.
I mean, I did put you back over here, so...
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. I got you covered.
Some ominous music.
Indeed.
What music?
Or noises.
You know, that doesn't work. Let me put in this. As our battle music. Oh my, that is one squeaky chair.
Get some oil.
Yeah, that's mine, sorry.
Those are some boys we have not seen before.
Ah, yeah, it's like you guys went up a level and I had to increase the challenge rating of the monsters.
Ooh.
There we go. I assume
I
everybody...
like these rolls they're getting.
I know, right? Just complete utter trash.
8s, 9s, and a 10.
I will draw a box where Len, Leonard, Alrose, and Equin, you can place your token in. So you can place your token in anywhere within that box. Alright. Let's start this off. Everybody rolled their initiative. Yes, I seemingly think so. Set descending. Alright. Well, Eden, you're coming at the start of the round. Equin, you managed to get a turn to act as you see the cultists draw their blades, as you see the contact. Also, let me actually see, what is he wielding? He pulls out his swords, as you see one short sword in each of his hands.
Okay. Let's see. I would like to cast a spell on this point. So can I can hit all of 4 of this character.
Sure. What would you like to cast?
I would like to cast spell.
What?
Yes, cast spell. It's very effective.
Spellcast good.
Okay.
Spell OP.
Spell good.
Sleep.
It's all very good.
Let's go spell. Oh, oh. Oh!
That's a good one.
Alright. So you would like to center it on that point, correct? Alright.
No, this point. So I can try to let's see if I can hit this one, but I don't think it's
Gotcha. Alright. Instantly you see the 2 cultists at the front just drop asleep. But let me see. What is the HP on that one? Alright, unfortunately beyond that your sleep doesn't seemingly do much except put the front 2 people asleep.
Alright. To end my movement, to end the turn, I'm just gonna move a bit beneath this lamp here with my familiar. And end my turn.
Can I
Alright.
make like a mad dash straight forward? What would I have to do about this well right in front of me?
You would have to either jump over it with an acrobatics check or an athletics check. If you fail,
Would that be like an action or a bonus action or anything?
I can include that as a part of your move action since you're kind of running already. So I'm gonna rule this as kind of like a running start almost.
If I fail, do I just go in the soup?
Yes, it would be considered as a grapple.
Come on. Yes!
Yeah, you just gracefully leap over the little well as you
I
land.
can get straight here. I guess I am going to make... Is there a way to non-lethally smite someone?
No.
I
Okay,
don't think so.
I mean,
Well
more
then,
like-
I'm just going to take the butt of my rapier and bash it against this dude's head.
Alright. Roll me to attack. That is a miss.
Dang.
I just realized, by the way, that his AC is slightly wrong. It should be 1 higher than that. So let me quickly fix that.
I almost thought you said 100.
Ah, yes, his AC is 100. Good luck hitting. Just completely invincible. To be fair,
That
if you
That would be
crit-
me if I take the defensive duelist feat at level 4.
So, are we using the magic rules that you posted?
That is only comes into effect at level 2. You don't need to worry about them right now. Unless you wanna push a level 1 or a cantrip spell. That is entirely up to you.
That is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah. If you wanna push, go ahead
It's
and
not my
push.
turn.
In that case, we will have to use the magic table. Leonard.
Okay, I'm gonna construct my orb and then have 2 pieces of the orb kind of split off and go on my shoulders, creating a force field which I cast mage armor with without expending any spell slot or material component because I'm a warlock. And that's it. Now I have 14 AC.
Let me see. Was a sleep saving throw to wake up?
Terrifying.
Thank you.
Sleep doesn't have a saving throw. It just.
Yeah, I had to check since some of the spells do have saving throw, but sleep, nope. Alright. The cultist on the to the right side brandishes his scimitar and is gonna go after Len.
Oh, I forgot that one just did. I'm sorry.
Okay.
As he comes on, and let me check your AC. That is barely a miss. As you see the scimitar come quite close to you. This cultist and that cultist is asleep, but 10 comes in these bandits at the back of the row. You see them brandishing some light crossbows. As one of them picks up their crossbow and points it at Leonard and fires it.
Of
At
course.
him, I'm the one bum rushing everyone.
I haven't even seemed threatening yet, and I'm already being attacked.
And I'm the one that just cleared a well in a single jump, and I'm running at their leader with a malicious intent. With a
Quite.
sword.
I mean, you think they're just gonna assume that he got this. He's their leader after
Apparently,
all.
I'm scarier than you. Don't worry about it. I'm just
Well,
naturally
you
scarier.
don't need to worry about it because that goddamn bolt went wild.
Jeez. What does that mean? Is
It
that a
completely
crit?
misses you.
Ah, okay, good.
The bolt has a wild
Yay.
magic surge.
Nice.
Alright, contact. He picks up his 2 short swords and comes and tries to hit you with both of them, Alros.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not me.
Why would he hit you with
He
a
runs
sword?
around Aldros, takes an opportunity attack, and tries to attack you.
Hell yeah.
that would be such a dick move from the
You just be
second
an asshole right now and get an AC of 20.
the second bandit moves up to the sleeping bandit and goes up to wake him.
Oh no, they're actually smart.
And what action is it to wake? I'm gonna say it's a bonus.
I think it's a full action.
It might be a full. Hold on. D&D 5e waking up from sleep. Uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Alright, so it is a action.
Ooh.
Jin is still coming in. So let's bring it to Len.
Alright, so I'm in melee with this guy, so I'll be at disadvantage for spell attacks, so I'm gonna draw both daggers and try and stab him twice.
Gotcha. Alright.
Bam.
That's a
Stab.
hit, I believe.
The way of the stab, let's go.
So,
That
Do both of those
is also a hit. Both are
alright,
hits.
second one's just a d4, because I can't add my dex twice.
Yep.
9 damage.
You see him reeling from your 2 blows, bleeding all over the floor. Well, the ground in this case. You're done? Alright. And at this point, Eden and Jin manages to get into the battle. You guys are a little damp as you see the, your friends battling in the middle of the... Well, back in the alleyway as you see one of those cultists.
Use the secret technique, gun.
Eden runs over to here. With Valiant riding on her shoulder. And draws her pistol and takes a shot at this guy.
Alright. Roll to hit. That is a direct hit as you hit him dead on as he drops to the ground.
Cool. Constable Valiant is going to hop off of her shoulder. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's gonna move right over here. And if he's gonna move over here and he's gonna take the dodge action. That's it.
Alright. Equin.
Before you end your turn, you might want to use any more movement you got, because I am technically a large creature right now. So I take up literally the entire alleyway here.
I didn't realize. Can't you move past me?
Oh god.
Did he move past me, or is he too large to do that?
You can move through your ally squares technically in the game rules, so...
Because I could only
You
move
know
one
he's
more
coming.
tile.
Yeah, you know he's coming since he's not necessarily being subtle about it, so you could probably like duck or something.
I mean, everybody can smell him at this point. He's a wet direwolf. That...
Wet dog. Okay. Well, I don't think any movement that I could make would actually give you more space to get out, so I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
You can, move around me. Smush me against the wall if you need to.
Okay, it's my turn now, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to move. Let me see a little. It was here. I'm going to move my character here. And I'm going to cast again the spell Sleep. On.
Okay.
I think here. Yes, in this point.
On this point, so that's... Well, actually, isn't that... where did you send the return at again?
No, 20 feet. This in this point.
Alright, so that will be that guy and that guy.
Thank you for not hitting me.
Yeah, I was trying to evade that.
Well, you see the guy with the crossbow go asleep, but that's about it.
And I used the rest of my movement to just go back here with my familiar again.
This is really not going that way already. Half of the base is asleep.
This guy is being problematic. Or whenever I can.
Yes.
Yep, Alros.
You're being problematic. I activate Divine Smite. What my Divine Smite looks like, his eyes glow completely white. And around his rapier is basically a glowing white fire-like holy light. and it basically moves to the size of a great sword. But he's
Ooh.
holding it in one hand like a normal rapier, and he's just gonna slash that dude.
Which dude? The guy on the prone? The
No,
bandit?
no, no. The
contact.
bandit with the crossbow. He's being problematic.
Okay, that's a hit.
So that's gonna be. Wait, it's only wow! I rolled low. Only 7 piercing, and the divine smite is going to be. That's I don't need it to hit.
I
It
mean,
does 11 radiant.
I mean, you gotta
So-
remember, these are still about challenge spreading 1 monsters. They don't have any HP.
Yes.
In fact, with your smite, that's more than enough to kill my bandit.
Can I literally just chop him in half?
Yup.
Like, bisect the man's.
Yeah, you just chop him in half as your holy burn just kinda just like cauterizes his wound as it's just chopped in half and just...
And he just looks back at the other person.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta remove spell slot.
Yes.
No, you don't. It's fine.
I hold my orb and release 2, like, energy tentacles, I guess, made from electricity, and just grab these 2 people in radius of me.
Why?
What
I
is...
can't
You're
grab
asleep.
the 3rd guy, but I can because he's too far. Oh. It's 15 feet. I hate this.
Okay, dude, how does
These
this
guys are
work?
asleep. The only person that's alive is that little gremlin.
So it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, you might want to have some kind of a spell description for this. And
Go in.
sure.
I did not mean to click magic missile.
I would've done it.
Alright, wisdom saving throw on the contact.
Yep.
He's grabbed, so just do they stay in... No, wait, your spell description says a strength saving throw, but your...
I did? Oh. No, but yeah, strength saving throw. DC 14 strength saving throw. I don't know why the first one did wisdom save.
Yeah, do this. Okay, so it's just damage, it doesn't really do anything. Thought for a second...
I hate to be a killjoy here, but it says all creatures.
Oh
All
no.
creatures in radius. Oh.
Oh no.
That is
I
actually
can
correct!
move.
That
Shall I? Let me move then.
Constable, no!
There, you should be good now. Oh no, let me move. Yeah, I'm should be good here.
Okay.
Alright, you hit the contact with that, but this guy only takes half damage.
He's sleeping. How does he pass my strength saving throw?
Actually, is it? No, yeah, you're right. They automatically fail.
That is
Yeah.
so OP of a combo.
Thank you.
It is a fairly decent combo, yeah. Roll damage.
Wait,
No, you
Fireball.
did 9.
9 damage.
Alright, he's almost dead, but he also wakes up from the sleep since he took damage.
By the way, I want my energy tentacles to go in them rather than wrap around them. Just for why not?
Okay, so he's awake. And
Jesus
that's
Are those
Christ.
just extension cords?
Exactly. Fear me.
Hear me, I am the god of
9
extension
damage.
cord.
Alright,
Hell yeah.
that's it.
Yep, I'm good.
Alright, that cultist is dead. This cultist
Which
next
one?
to you is awoken from a sleep and uses his move action to get up. And with his action, he's gonna try to hit you, Leonard, with his scimitar.
Go ahead.
And I don't think your AC was that low.
I'm 14 AC now.
Yeah, no. This guy next to
Could
Elrose.
I do this?
Do what?
Hellish Rebuke.
I think you have to be hit first.
That's only if
yeah.
it hits.
Hit?
Yeah, that's only
Oh,
a
okay.
hit, my dude. This guy next to
Okay.
Elrose gets up with his move action, and guess what? Elrose, so you were kind enough to give them advantage, so I would be a fool not to use it.
Wait, I gave him advantage?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're
They
flanked.
are flanking you.
Ah, yeah. That's fine.
I mean, last session you were like, you're never gonna hit me, but then I did a lot.
You hit me a single time for a lot of damage.
A lot of
I think like
hits.
7 damage, and that was like the majority of my health. But I can actually just be an asshole and take defensive duelist
Fuck it.
as a feat at level 4
Oh,
and
there we go.
add my dex modifier to my AC.
That is a hit on you,
Okay, how much?
and you take 7 slashing damage.
Got it.
Also, I hit you twice. I hit you with the magic missile technically, and with the scimitar.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Dude, you-
7 slashing damage, you said?
Yes, 7 slashing damage. This guy is asleep. The contact will try to take you down, Elrose,
Got it.
because he's kind of desperate at this point, as he's trying to defend himself. As he's gonna also have advantage for both of these. That's a hit. And that's also a hit. You take grand total of 6 slashing damage.
You're gonna say 16. Okay, that's good that you didn't say 16.
What challenge rating monsters you think I'm throwing at you?
I don't know. I don't know how challenge rating.
He could have rolled max damage on both of his short swords.
Fair.
Okay.
Is Jin hungry? Does Jin want a treat?
Yeah, he kind of does, yeah. Alright, it's my turn. I will use my feline agility so I can double my movement speed so I can get right up to the contact there since he has tunnel vision on her at this point. I
Boy.
I have pack tactics, so I have advantage on my attack since I have an ally within 5 feet
You
of him.
know what's funny? He has to move through the well, but he's way too big to actually fit in that well.
You would have
Just
had to
don't-
take an
I imagine,
acrobatics
like,
check,
just
but
jump
I'm
over it or
dummy
something.
thick, so I can't fall in the well.
That's a pretty decent hit.
And he needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Can that be non-lethal? Or I guess
He
it's...
is not prone, but he's hurting a ton.
I won't kill him, don't worry. He doesn't have that much tunnel vision yet.
Okay.
That
is
I
nice.
assume that you're done, so we'll bring it to
Yes.
Len.
I would like to push chill touch at the right cultist.
Alright. We finally get to use my Wilds of Magic table. Alright, your spell succeeds. So,
It should have been the first one. I don't know why it rolled twice. I'm sorry.
Do you have advantage set on?
no, she just clicked it twice really fast. Or sometimes it can glitch. So your spells goes off without a hit. You may do a additional dice of damage.
Okay, that's
Nice.
pretty good.
You're targeting the guy on the right, I believe you mentioned.
Yep.
All right, you see his energy being drained out as he drops dead to the ground.
He also can't heal for a turn.
Well,
He's dead.
Well,
yeah. I mean, if I had a necromancer among them, maybe. Done?
if you had a necromancer among them, he would be
actually,
very
no.
high level.
I want to move.
Yeah, go ahead. Move.
4, 5, 6. There. And-
Alright.
yeah.
Now it's Eden.
Okay. Eden's gonna move over here. Over here. Draw her rapier.
You
Give
advantage
this guy-
now because flanked.
Go, 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 go,
Yep.
go, go.
She's gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
Double flank.
The good old days
Um,
of the Congo line.
Hunger line.
She
Yeah.
grabs him by the shoulder and drives her rapier into his back.
And apparently do exact amount of damage once again to drop him. Iquin?
Okay. Wait. I'm not done yet.
Yes?
She's gonna action surge.
Alright.
I forgot you have 2 actions.
That is correct. Eden got
Fighters.
one at level 2, I believe.
Yep, and
I
she's
did
going
not
to
mean
take the dash
skip you,
action.
sorry.
She's gonna take the dash action to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I don't get extra movement, I just get an extra action.
Yep.
And that's where the turn ends.
Alright, then it's Iquin.
My turn, I think.
Oh wait,
It's my turn. I couldn't.
Yep. It is Iquin's
It's
turn.
surrounded.
Yeah, this
Alright.
this poor contact is gonna get his
Alright, I'm just gonna move here with my familiar, and I'm gonna try to use my action to actually intimidate the informant on the ground. Basically, I just told him, you're gonna. Basically, I just gonna told him, give up, or you will be dealt with painfully. And I'm gonna have my familiar give me help action by shrieking, by giving out a ear-piercing shriek.
Okay.
Let's see. Intimidation, where was it? Ah, there you go. Alright, I have to roll twice because I used the help action on the familiar. Let's see if it's better. No, okay.
You see him unshaken by your boasts.
Imagine he's more scared of the giant monster wolf that's right in front of him.
Yeah, he has slightly more concerns, among them being the 6 of you pretty much surrounding him. Since most of his guys went to sleep with the 2 sleep spells.
You know what? I think I'm gonna.
gonna try grappling him.
That was my
It-
intention, yeah.
Is that your turn? Or
I assume so. Which would
Go-
bring in Elros.
smash? The butt of the rapier straight to the noggin.
Alright, you hit the person directly back on the head, and you see him drop unconscious to
And the
the
other
ground,
person's asleep.
dropping
I'll deal with him.
dropping him unconscious. Well, I don't think that sleeping person can do anything against you guys.
I wish to
Wants
kill
someone
it.
shoot him in the face.
No, we should capture him.
Kill it.
Since technically he can't awaken him from the sleep unless somebody awakes him, so unless you guys just wanna kill him, that's the end of this combat.
I wanna
Eden
hug
is going
him.
to shackle his hands.
At least
Oh,
I bloodied Elros. Those sleeps were perfectly placed.
Those sleeps were incredible.
I know, I've seen so many uses of sleeps, but they're usually so bad.
I wanted to cut this dude in half so bad, but we need the information.
As you look upon the battlefield and you see the unconscious bodies of the bandit and the contact on the ground, you see their gear. Indeed, these guys had some light crossbows and short swords. This guy drops his 2 short swords.
Guys, we should intimidate the dude by threatening him that we're gonna throw him in the well.
Oh, certainly.
I could cast Cause Fear on him to make it even more scary for him.
Hey, I'm just putting 9 lay on hand 6 points into me real quick.
Does somebody have seagulls back in the background?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
9 plus 9.
Before you do that, do
It's
you want to
fitting.
take short rest instead?
That will
Right.
work well, actually. Or, mine died.
How much money do we get? Money.
Ah, you.
Money? Well, we're gonna search their corpses.
Of course we am.
So how do we dispose of the bodies? I've never really murdered anyone before.
There's a perfectly good well right there.
We are not poisoning the city's water supply with corpses.
Okay, wait.
Wait, can't our paladin cleanse
Wait,
poison
do
or
I-
something and
Hold
do
on.
that on the bodies?
First of all, I only have 1 spell slot left, and I'm not gonna waste it to unpoison the wells.
I meant the bodies.
Oh. And no, I don't have that spell prepared.
On their bodies, you find some money, but as you go through them, you quickly determine that they were not rich at all, as you find all of 16 copper pieces.
Trash. Can I Eldritch Blast one of the corpses?
Sure.
What?
Why?
Corpus
Why
physics,
not?
that's why.
You blast
Eden
one of
is-
the corpses and you see his body just gonna go thump and you destroy a part of
Was
his
this the one that was already... Oh, sorry.
armor.
Eden is gonna take these crossbows, and then she's going to check these boxes that are down here. Assuming these crates. Are we at the docks right now, or are we in some alleyway?
You are currently in the Crow's Foot. As
Okay.
you're in a small alleyway, you go look in the crate and you find it's a clothes delivery full of dirty clothes and they smell quite bad and they have like a small little cleaning tag. And you think that this is just like a small cleaning service.
Can I investigate them to see if they're hiding anything between the clothes or whatever?
Okay. Right, go ahead, roll investigation.
That's +6.
You see Leonard dive in pretty much into the dirty socks and underwear, pants and shirts, and you
Seems normal.
go through the dirty clothes and you don't exactly find much. Let me see.
I want to point out that this seems completely normal and natural the way Leonard is diving into these clothes to anyone who's looking at him.
I'd like to look around and see if I see any jewels or other valuable items, pieces of paper, books,
You
anything.
find 3 copper pieces in the dirty clothes.
Great.
Sure. Len, go ahead. Roll me perception or investigation to find any hidden compartments or Len,
Ooh.
Hell
on the
yeah.
contact, you spot something fairly nastily well hidden. It's next to like a small, almost like a trap, as you see, like this small, almost like a match that would set it ablaze, but you find like a note.
Alright, I also want the trap. What the hell is that?
You look at the trap, and attached to the paper, you see a small little, like a match that is designed that if anybody would grab the note, the match would like stroke the note and set it ablaze. So the note would burn.
Well, that's just depressing. I want to cut the match head off, so it won't do that. And then I'm going to take the note.
Inside, you find a scrolled paper with a stamp of the symbol of the cult that you have seen several times now.
I'm just gonna go up and completely hog tie the informant or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, you
Can I also add like a second or an extra like line to the foot or to the feet tie?
Also,
or just,
since you rolled fairly well, then let me roll on this random trinket table, just for fun. You find a loosely bound folio of whimsical fairy tales. But,
I mean, we don't have a bard. I don't care.
As Jin is guarding the contact, one, actually don't know if you guys know, like, in character that he can wild shape, so how you react to him, I guess, is up to you, but I'm going
He's
to
a
try
monkey
and...
anyway.
Yeah. I will try and intimidate the contact while I'm guarding him, I suppose. Just kind of snarling
He's
at him.
unconscious right now.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
still unconscious as he has a quite
Yeah,
a
I
nice...
haven't popped my 1 point of lay on hands like I normally do for interrogations yet. I was just gonna
pet Jen.
let everyone loot everything first.
You do what?
I walk up to Jen and I pet him.
Ah, okay.
He's very happy about that. He's just gonna sit. He's gonna lay down on his back and let you scratch his belly.
Rub all in his belly, bury my face in it, it's soft.
Alright, which order do you want to go in? Do you guys want to
Constable
read
Valiant goes right next to him and rolls over on his back and exposes his belly to and looks at Len expectantly.
I'll go up to Constable and pet him.
Lynn is also cleaning the dog with magic.
Yeah, he probably smells very terrible.
I mean, both Eden and Jin just swam through what is the canals, and the water is quite dirty as those are connected to the sewers, so they probably smell
self-clean, so it's probably way worse than you're expecting.
I could also use a prestidigitation if you have one to spare.
Sure. I will clean anyone who asks me. I won't do it without people asking me, though.
Thank you.
I'm clean.
Well, I also think this is just a regular dog, so...
So, do you guys want to read the note first, or do you want to wait?
But there's a note?
Yep, the note that Lynn found.
Yeah. Sure. I will hand it over to Eden.
Yeah, Eden, you look at the note and you see a signed, a stamped note that is still sealed. It is quite fresh.
Yeah, she's gonna open it.
You open it and let me reveal it and copy it. It is called the contact note. I will also post it into the both Roll20 and Discord.
Conscience suffering. All breathing of error.
By the way, we said we found 16 copper from the bodies. Did we distribute those?
You can keep those. I don't need them.
I'll
Yeah,
take them then.
I don't really need them either.
I also found this book if anybody wants it.
Oops.
Jin will bite the book and hold on to it until he decides he wants to de-transform.
So,
The person has been hogtied now. Can they also just run another like rope, like to the hogtie that's just like a long rope that I could just hold?
Sure.
Theoretically, to
have-
lower someone into a well.
into a well, yes.
Yes.
Sure.
I think we had the same idea.
I
Okay.
prepare myself to cast Cause Sphere.
Oh
more
wow, we
fun.
have a lot.
It'll be more fun if he's under the spell.
At least it's not the Nazi
mean-
torture scene.
It's more blind terror than anything, so I'm not sure we can
Exactly. It'll be beautiful.
get. Okay, only I just can I see him like maliciously gathering like energy in his hand or whatever?
Exactly.
Like, please
my
don't
orb.
do that at the moment, whatever the heck that is. Let me handle this at the moment. And
But more fun.
it will be fun, but oh wait no. The way I have planned will be very fun. I cast 1 point of lay on hands into the little gremlin.
The Kremlin. Yeah. You see him like after a little while, after laying hands, kind of wake up. He slowly cruggies up. Well, he's hogtied, so he can't exactly move, but he wakes up and he has like this. He's kind of looking at you guys as you were like nothing but scum. As he has like this defining
Does anyone have
look.
mage hands?
1
Yes.
second.
Can
Eden
you
is
use it
gonna
out of
come
the
over
mug
here.
I'm still holding? Dip it into the sewage water and pour it on his face.
To be fair,
Ah,
the
okay.
well is drinking water, so it's
Oh, okay,
fairly
never mind.
clean.
Dang.
So
Eden
Lynn
is going
will.
to. Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk over to the river then, and cast Mage Hand, and a gross shadowy skeleton hand comes out of her watch.
Okay.
It is the same one
Nasty,
she kills people
nasty
with.
sewage water.
Yep.
Do you just float the mug back over to me?
Yeah, you
I
see Len walk away and come back with some less than clean water.
I splash the gross water in the face of the person, bring their neck up, and say, "You better tell us all the information we want, or else you're going in that well, and all of your dead friends are following you."
You better.
When he does that, I would
Can I get
also like
advantage?
to wake up this other guy who's been hogtied.
Sure, he also
Um,
wakes up after a little while.
And Eden is going to tell him, only one of you is walking away from this alive. So whoever gives us the information we're looking for first is going to be the lucky one. I hope that my kinder approach is more effective on you than it is on him.
I'm preparing Cause Sphere in the
Well, let's
background.
Wait,
start
do
with...
I get a okay, first, I was trying to do an intimidation check when I was trying to get the info. Can I get an advantage on that for the threat and the like about to lower him into the well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Mostly because not only that, but you have a dire wolf and
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Those
gonna
are
say I'll
incredibly
help
low.
Eden out with his check just by
But,
staring at the bandit
let's
menacingly.
start with the bandit since he's less than important. He kind of looks at you and is like, as you guys are intimidating, and he overhears and he sees the situation and he's like, "Look, man, he just hired me. He wanted me to bodyguard him. That's all I know. I swear. I swear."
I hope you know more than that, because that's not what I was looking for.
Look, I'm just a bodyguard. He paid me in cash, gold coins. Look, and he. He
Hid you in
he
cat.
tries to hand you over the copper that he had, but he doesn't find it.
That is fortunate.
He told me that some people were gonna attack him soon enough, and he hired me to protect him. That's all I swear.
Where has he been? Or have you just waited here for him?
We waited in here. We have a place over there, and he points to one of the doors.
What great knowledge.
It's
Oh, you can go back to your interrogation.
it's just a little place, but yeah, you go. We go back to the main guy as he looks at you as you try to intimidate him, and it's like, let me actually roll wisdom. A little bit of a saving throw with him. He looks at you defiantly, and he kind of like, and you better let me go, or you, and especially you, will die, and all of your friends will die, and you will find your family floating in the river.
Just during the middle of this, I'm just gonna go, Equin, you wanna do the thing?
You mean me?
Or wait, are you the fucking... I
I'm the-
don't know. Who has the fear spell?
Me! I'm the dude who wants to kill everyone.
I'm sorry, I keep...
Yeah.
You two, the two folk, or I guess there's three folk. Okay.
I mean, they
sorry.
do kind of sound similar.
Leonard.
Nah.
Leonard.
I could change my name. I'm still saying I can change it. It's not a big
No,
deal.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the L names.
I just go, Leonard, you want to do the thing?
Oh, I smile with the biggest grin you've ever seen and say, with pleasure. And you see my orb kind of changing into a like deep black color, like seen in like the depths of the ocean, kind of black. And I just shoot it. Like I don't really shoot it. It's more like the orb creates a gas that kind of floats towards him, and as he inhales it, he just starts screaming in fear, or I just watch smiling.
Wait, is fear a saving throw or no?
I think that might be a saving throw.
I'll post the thing now.
I mean,
Yeah, 14 wisdom
yes.
saving throw. Come on, scream for me.
Right.
Can I get an advantage on this, or
What
can
is
he
your
get
DC?
disadvantage? 14.
14. All right.
And so many things around him, I didn't get a disadvantage.
He kind of is like as your overall fear like surrounds him. You see, like it starts kind of taking a little bit of hold, but you see him kind of like being able to almost like resist your magic, as you feel his willpower being quite strong.
Peasant.
As
Okay, I have an idea.
My face kind of turns to disgust, and I start charging up a Eldritch Blast.
as he's
No,
like,
no, not quite yet.
as he's like,
Or can I just go?
says, so, is that the best you got, or will you let me go?
Let you go after you resisted my spell? Bitch, I'll murder you. You will not speak the day. You will not speak of this day to anyone. They'll find your bones rotted in the bottom of the ocean somewhere, and I'll be sure they'll find it.
My brethren will get all of you. We will have a revenge.
I'm pissed.
Could I? Okay, just here's a question about the spell in general. I have the command spell prepared. Could I theoretically just say divulge, and he would give the
What is the description of command?
Okay.
Isn't it like a single
A single word I can say. I can only say a single word, which is the real drawback of it. I have a spell slot left. Oh, wait, no, you don't. Sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I think we're
overwatched.
taking a short rest after this. Which I probably won't have a... I won't have a spot slot after this.
I mean, let me go and even find... or I guess you could just post the command. I want to read what it says.
You
Wisdom
speak
saving
a
throws.
one-word command. Go ahead.
If it doesn't understand your language, well, it does. It speaks common. Alright. And you wanna say what?
Divulge. Or, oh, wait, let me... Is that the correct terminology?
Spill the beans.
That's
mean,
not...
that
I
could-
wish that
that
was a
could make
single word. Okay, it means make known. Private or sensitive information. So...
Does sound like the right thing to say.
Okay.
Good.
Ask him
That
a
is
question
going
first, though,
I don't
before
actually
you
know
say
what to-
divulge, so he knows what we're talking about.
Okay, the information about the cult. And then I'm going to say divulge. It is going to be a, I don't actually know what he's going to be saving against.
I mean, it says wisdom, but what is your spell mod DC?
I don't know.
Let
So-
That
me-
should
Here.
be
8 plus proficiency, which is
13.
2 plus your spell modifier. So what do you
9,
cast?
10,
He's a charisma
11, 12,
caster.
13. So that'd be a 13
13.
save DC.
Yeah, I had to check your shit out. For a moment, you think he's about to tell your information, but even you, like, as you try to command him, you see him, like, shake his head and he smiles and is like...
This guy's annoying.
As,
Should be not impressed by this. He's gonna bite his leg, drag him over to the river that well, not the river,
He
but
is at
canal,
1 hit point.
and,
He will
just
go down.
dunk him inside it for a little while. Just head first.
do you really want to go to the middle of the street where the people
Yes,
distract?
I do. Yes, I
don't.
do.
It's just
No.
it's a
No,
big
no, no, no,
dog
no, 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 no,
dunking-
stop. We cannot let
No.
people know that we're torturing this guy.
Just stay
to
here,
buy-
and all people will know is that some crazy wolf dunked the guy in the canal.
As you're, like, arguing... Go ahead. Argue a bit more.
I have a plan. Or you go first, sorry.
Eden, sorry, Eden is going to look at the bandit again and say, any other information you have about this cult would be very useful right now, for you especially.
He kinda looks at you and is like, it will come. You will experience it. But I will be long gone by then.
What? With that the
Bandit?
bandit?
Not the bandit, the contact.
Okay. Okay. I was thinking that bandit knows a lot more than we thought he did.
Now the bandit is still like, yeah, I'm still, I told you everything. I can go, right?
I'd say take all of his weapons and let him go.
Yep, she's gonna make sure he's completely unarmed, and then she's gonna untie him, and before he goes, she's gonna
sorry.
ask him for any kind of identification he might have, if he has any.
He's like, I don't have one.
I see you again, and you're wielding weapons. I'm going to sick the dog on you.
Oh,
Wait, what?
no. No, I think I had enough for today. I got my ass kicked once. I'm not gonna get my ass kicked again. I think I'm just
Go
gonna
find a normal job.
I think I'm
Work as a
just gonna go
cashier or a
home.
waiter or something. Yes, get out of here.
And he just kinda gets up and scurries along. He's like, oh no.
Can I walk up to that guy we were torturing and kind of configure Eldritch Blast to make it more of an internal pain source rather than just direct damage?
Nah, that would be
That'd be
still
really messing with the spell.
yeah, but
Yeah, that's what I
anyways,
wanted to-
like I was saying, he kind of the contact kind of looks at you defiantly and he says, like I said, the day
I wanna
will
take out his
come.
eyeball.
You will experience it soon enough. This whole city will experience it soon enough. We will finally get our freedom, as our fate will be released. And you hear like this.
Cyanide.
As
No, I would not know
as
that.
you see him swallow something.
Do
We
I roll
could use the
investigation?
purple
Wait,
vial
wait.
on him.
Don't we have a way? Don't we?
Wait, I can. Hold on, let me look up lay on hands
I'm pretty sure
definition.
paladins can cure
If I
poison
put
immediately.
three okay, let me read the definition for lay on hands. Because I don't have any more spell slots, but lay on hands I can definitely do something, I think. Okay, bless level times 5 as an action touch creature, hit points. 5 hit points to cure the target of a disease or neutralize a poison effect. You ain't dying now, bitch.
Do you still have 5 uses of lay of hands?
I have 9 left, so fuck yes.
So yeah, you see him about to go into convulsions, but then you just kind of go as you see him like start to like his mouth.
I
start-
just slap the shit out of him and heal him like that. I just say, "You're not dying now, bitch."
As you see, for a moment you see his like mouth start foaming, but then you just go and lay on hands on him 5 times as it's like.
I just do one really big slap with a lot of healing energy in it.
As for a
Yeah, we
moment,
should-
as he like finishes his sentence, it starts to like foam, but then you touch him and it's just like.
Yeah, that's not
as
gonna
he's
work.
like looks at you like, you son of a bitch. He has just like that look, just that could just kill.
I just kick him in the face. It only
Where
should
should-
do 2 bludgeoning since it's unarmed.
Well, he only has a single hit. But
No. He has a lot. I think 5 hit points also adds to the normal hit points.
Oh, right. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kick him in the
So-
teeth.
So he has 6.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have kicked with me. We go always just keeps making me alive.
That could work.
We could wait a day and torture him more.
Yeah.
He could break all of his fingers and keep fixing it up. Isn't that fun?
Why don't I bring him back to my Wait, can my mansion have like a dungeon or a little prison part of it?
I have my
Maybe a
It's like a s-
basement.
Cause, okay, so his dad used to be an adventurer. I don't know if he did shit like this, but I was thinking I just want to bring
I
him.
mean, if we wanna talk about like private, like, let's just say torture chambers, the closest that you come into is Eden. If you wanna really bring this guy to the cops and bring him into
And
the
Eden
interrogation
doesn't-
room.
Can I just huck him over my shoulder and just say, no one in my house will bat an eye if I come back with him. So we're gonna keep him for a while. I can put him
sure.
in my basement.
If you wanna scan Jin, you can. Not sure what you're exactly trying to get from that.
He wouldn't
percentage
even know
thing
what you're
from my
doing,
buff.
so he's not gonna. He'll probably just start sniffing your skin and trying to figure out what you're even doing, but he's not gonna
Yeah.
resist or anything.
Is it gonna turn back already? 'Cause we
Eden-
just. I think half of us still think we just lost Jin somewhere.
Eden is
Yeah.
also going to take
And
this
this
dude's
random
hood.
dog has been following us.
We're gonna take this dude's hood as well, because if my assumption is correct, he hasn't met all of his contacts yet. So we can actually go back to the Saltpire, and sit where he was sitting
Good idea.
and wait for them to come to us, since we know what the passphrases are as well.
Wait, so I'm not just. Can I basically take one of the boxes, pry the top off, and empty out its contents and just throw them in? And put
Sure,
the lid
yeah,
back on?
you throw some of the rags
So,
and clothes
yes.
and you just toss him in.
Yeah, so I wouldn't just be. After we, like, remove his clothes and stuff. Alright, because I think we're gonna need those.
Yeah.
Of night.
Can I just say what I was planning to do with my command spell anyway?
Sure.
Before I used it? I was just gonna say strip. Because if he was running away, I think that would at least give him, like, some kind of problem.
You could have also
Or
just told him
if
to
a
stand
standard
still.
person just gets commanded to strip, they're gonna be very confused. So, I think that'd be a good command.
It is a good command.
So yeah, he's in a box now, I guess.
But I guess we can take that box to your manor, and then go back to the salt pyre.
Hey, Dad, I have a surprise.
He would not mind at all, I don't think.
Or we could go to the salt pyre while you and maybe one other person takes the box to your manor, so that we don't lose too much time when it comes to waiting for the contacts to show up.
That sounds like a good idea.
How far away is your mansion? Again, if my basement is closer, we could just chuck them there.
Well, let's see the main map. As we
We
drag...
could get hot towel services at the mansion.
The closest one, as you guys are currently in the Crow's Foot, would be Aldros's home or Eden's barracks.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go to the barracks with a torture victim.
Well, I mean, if Eden brought him there, it would be okay. But if you guys
But
bring him
remember,
there,
those like corrupt people.
yeah, well, they haven't been paid yet.
Huh?
Because the note told the priest to remember to pay the
That could have mean
Cops.
he already did or did not.
That's true. That's true.
So
Why
yeah, I
would
think
he
my
still
house
have
is
the
just the
note on
safest
him?
bet because I don't think anyone's gonna really care.
Yeah.
Gonna throw in a big box in the basement. Don't know when. Just put a "Do not open" sign on
Alright,
it
So,
and poke a few
sure
air
there's a-
holes in it.
So most of you go to Alvarez's home, and I believe somebody mentioned that he's gonna go into Saltpire.
Eden was going to the salt pyre with this dude's, Red Hood, and she was gonna go back to the poker table and play a little more,
What is
and
guys?
wait. What'd you say?
There's not a disguise, is there? There's not a disguise, is there?
Disguise?
Uh,
I mean, there is a disguise kit if you want to talk about that, but I think he just wants to cover himself in the cloak. Or the
just
hood.
using his red cloak and hood.
So yeah, you
Why
go
was there an issue?
in there, and the rest of you go into Alrose's basement as his father kind of looks in what his son brought in this time.
Oh, hey, Dad. We have a. We brought a friend.
I see, quite a
How
few.
old and what race is Aldris's dad?
He,
He is a human, and I had not figured out age yet.
I think we can say like around maybe 60.
Like 50 or so, or yeah, I'd say 50, 60.
Yeah, he's like an older fellow as he is in the fancy formal dress, and he's like, oh, come in, yes. I see that you do have a friend, and perhaps even a girlfriend?
No.
God damn it.
No.
My son is a failure.
Well, who are these young-looking...
You know the whole adventuring thing. Just says that as he drops the box in the just in the corner of the basement.
I was half expecting you to bring the brood at home one of these days, but not a group of friends. Well,
I just remembered I never got her name.
we have some dinner in the kitchen if you wanna eat.
Would anyone care for some food?
Sure.
Can I
Quick
get a short
question.
rest then, if we're doing all this?
Are we all in your mansion? I'm lost.
Eden is not, at
Yeah,
least.
Eden.
It's up to the rest of you if you wanna be there or not.
I'll go. Seems interesting to see a rich person's house.
Yeah, you go in and it's fairly luxurious.
There are just like swords and just swords on the walls, just other weapons.
As you go into the kitchen area, you see like the fairly decent sized dinner table, and you see a offering of some roasted crayfish and wheat bread.
DM, can I roll a perception check to see, like, I would assume most of the metal here, or whatever the decoration stuff is metal, would be more durable than the metal I found for my project. Could I see anything worth stealing? Or, like,
Sure.
anything?
Roll me perception.
Good metal is hard to come by, don't judge me. Yay.
You
Okay.
look around
'Cause
and
you would have gotten bashed with the butt of the sword if you tried to steal anything.
there's a couple
You
of
know,
things like that look fancy, but you have no idea of the value of. Like you see like this kind of fancy looking vase.
A vase? What am I gonna do with a vase? You. Never mind, I'll just shrug away.
Okay.
Valiant went with the group, by the way, just in case.
Sure, yeah. Jin is with you, Eden, as you go sit at the salt pyre. But for now,
Alright.
we'll focus on the mentioned group.
Okay, yeah, you said I could take a short rest, correct?
Yeah, you can take a short rest if you want. Nothing is
Yeah, I'm going to do
interrupting
that.
you for taking a lunch break. As you bring the contact into your basement, which is somewhat private. As you see your father's small wine collection. Yes, you can short rest at Saltpire. You can even eat there if you want. I do highly recommend eating once a day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, mobile chips.
Oh, have you just been a dog this entire time in my mansion?
I was at. Oh no! Well, I actually went with Eden, so not in your mansion. But I was
Oh,
actually
okay.
gonna ask how much time had passed because I can stay in my wild sheep for an hour,
Probably-
and I intended to extend it as long as I really realistically could.
Probably more than enough went by that you could have changed track when you headed towards.
Obviously, if we're taking a short rest, then yeah, I'd change back eventually. So
But yeah, so how do you guys want to do this? As he's in Altros's basement, well, wine cellar, pretty much.
I was thinking we just leave him here for a day to soften him up a bit.
Alright.
And to get our spell slots back,
I think we
too.
should watch him though.
Oh wait,
think
no,
he's
you already
going
have your spell
to-
slots back. Ooh,
Yes, I do.
another round of fear.
Yes. I
Crack
can't
open the
steal-
box.
Alright, so you crack open the box and try to fear him again, what I understand.
Yep, I do.
Alright, I believe that was a wisdom saving throw.
Mr. DM, how much roughly how long do you think the session's gonna go on for?
I think we're coming into us end soon.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go look at cars in a
If
bit.
you need to go. So,
yeah, I'm okay at the moment. I'm just
yeah.
my mother. She wants to go take me looking for cars.
So yeah, You crack open the crate as you see the contact in front of you as you fear him. As you finally start to feel like his willpower giving out as he's starting to be quite in fear of Leonard.
I wave at him with the bigger grin than last time.
As you see him like sweating bullets at this point, as he's like still hawk-eyed, you can see that he tried to get out of the hawk-eye, but exactly didn't succeed.
We'll put him in a fucking shibari if I need to.
I'm gonna like kind of bend down towards him, getting closer and closer to his face, and be like, "Hey."
As it's just like he's still trying to like fight back at, but he's just incomplete. Like his mental shields are slightly lowered at this moment, as you feel his willpower just has given out. As he doesn't exactly yell, but it's just like completely nervous and in quite fear.
Yeah, I'll repeat myself. I'll say, "Hey."
Still he just responds like being quiet and just like,
Hey, if you give us the information, we'll get this big guy away from you.
I kind of touch
as
his
he's
forehead.
breathing heavily as he's looking at Leonard in his formation.
About the cult, about meeting places. We need to know this stuff about your plans.
I want to like touch him, but when I touch him, he sees me ripping apart like parts of his flesh and like muscle tendons all coming
Oh my
apart.
god.
When I touch him, that's what I like touching normal to, but he's seeing me ripping apart like tendon by tendon his muscles. You wanna speak? Scroll end? Oh, please don't let it end. I'm having so much fun. I feel like
We are no cult.
Elrose should have stopped me by now.
We are no cult.
I guess you can consider yourself a religion.
I kind of stop when he starts talking, but the moment he stops talking, I continue and a bit go like faster and deeper, or like just touch him more, so he can feel that pain.
Phrasing.
I know, but you know what I mean.
We will stop the great event. We are created for that purpose.
You will stop it?
At this point, he would see half of his muscle gone, and like I'm drilling into his bones and starting with his other arm.
Okay, did he say start or stop?
Stop.
The great event. Stop?
We will free the people of this city. We will free the people of this world from the oncoming fate. That is what our masters have said.
The little steps are what's important now. So give us information like meeting places or what your plans in the short term are before you free the people of the city.
Do you still have the note with you?
I think Eden would probably have taken it. Or could we make like a little copy of it?
He says, the note. I must follow the note. It will tell you and me what to do, where to go.
At this point, I would be like a bit lost control and lost in a thought. I would move my hand up to his skull and start doing the same thing.
The priests have gathered knowledge. We will find the right subject, and they will save us.
I am halfway into his brain.
Oh, okay, calm the fuck down, chief.
You don't see this. He sees this. I'm just
okay. What's the can I get that potion or that strange liquid thing real quickly?
I don't have
And
it.
Eden has that. Fuck.
Yeah.
What is the purple fluid? or liquid?
It is the substance. The mark who is chosen.
And what does it do besides horribly mutate people? What is your goal
It
that will
doesn't
do?
mutate. It will gain access. That is all I know. Further beyond I do not know, as we haven't had a successful subject yet.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. I'm gonna lift his arm up to his so he can see his arm, and then I'm gonna rip it off from his vision and put it aside.
God, man.
I can't feel his arm right now. I'm having so much fun.
What spell is this?
Cause fear, but I modified it a bit.
My God.
It's
What?
pretty much
It's
Scarecrow's
basically the Naruto
yeah,
thing, the
toxin.
Genjutsu.
Oh, what that is. I'm just.
That is all I know. That is what I have been told. I am nothing but a humble contact for the great ones.
I look at Aldros to see, like, are we done?
I think we're done here.
I'm gonna start ripping into his heart. Just last touch. Just
I
had to
think
finish it.
at this point he would probably pass out or die just from the shock, honestly.
Maybe he would definitely die from shock. Like, let's be honest.
If you
Yeah.
can kill someone with shock from fear, that's...
I
That
mean,
might be...
wasn't he at like 1 HP anyway?
I think he was at like 3 now. But yeah.
That's
3 or 4.
6.
No,
He's
I
at
got him
4.
down to 3.
So
Yeah,
GM doesn't
damage
die
to him.
I think we got enough information about this guy.
I think so too. Can I just slice his neck real quick with a rapier?
Sure. Yeah.
No.
Valiant
Inside
is
your
going
house?
to.
It's in the basement. It's in the... There's no
Valiant,
servants down here at the moment.
Valiant is going to jump on top of this guy's face and hold his little paws up to Aldros to tell him to stop.
Okay. Okay, little buddy. And he just
And-
stops.
I
And
guess he
then
passes out from.
Yeah,
Lynn,
he probably
Lynn is
passes
not in
out
the
at
room.
least.
Yeah, I guess he passes out. I throw a piece of bread in there, along with just a piece of bread in there, in the crate with him, and just close it back up.
Alright, yeah.
I guess we can discuss what to do with this later. Can I just get my knife and just carve in do not open
Sure.
into the crate so none of the servants just go through it?
You carve, do not open, and I guess...
And can I just put just adding extra precaution, can I put some heavy things on top of it so we couldn't bust out?
Sure. You find something really heavy in your basement and you put it on top.
Just
I'm
out of
just being
curiosity,
cautious.
is Aldros curious of what the man saw? Because Leonard is more than happy to explain it with full detail.
He's a bit confused by why the man is so genuinely terrified of him and passed out randomly.
But he's not gonna ask.
He'll ask. He'll ask like,
Uh,
hey, what did you do to that guy? I know it was some sort of fear spell, but...
He would say it in every single detail and getting more and more excited as he gets into more detail.
His eyes just go wide, like, okay, don't do that again without, I just don't do it again for the moment.
Meanwhile, at the salt
That's not
pyre,
okay.
the day just ain't the salt pyre passes along with you just kinda sitting there most of the day. And that's about what happens with Eden and Jin.
Okay.
I mean, unless you
well,
want to do something in the salt pyre, that's honestly all that really happens.
Well, we were waiting for somebody to show up and attempt to make contact. We didn't necessarily have elaborate disguises or look too much like this guy, so if they saw us and didn't recognize us as somebody who might be the contact, that's fair as well.
I
At
will.
the end of the day, Go ahead.
I'll make a quick perception check to see if Jin doesn't happen to notice anyone who might have been looking at Eden, thinking if they were contact or not, and then getting spooked or something.
Sure. You kind of observe fairly closely. At one point, you think you see somebody looking at him, kind of side-eyed, but then you just realize that he was looking at the poker table that you were sitting on, and he comes up and he's kinda afraid to ask if he can play.
By all means, join us.
Jin would be keeping his distance, obviously, just so to prevent anyone getting tipped off. So
It's like a single combat encounter. No way we're level 3.
No, you're not
I
gonna be
can
a
hope.
level 3 in quite a while.
I
But
kind of want a
And,
big like boss to fight eventually.
I mean, that encounter was mostly to feather around the plot. It was supposed to be easy as hell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Leonard grew as a person today.
But that will probably bring the session to a close. Unless you guys wanna... I mean, that is the day pretty much full. In terms of like game time, as you have traveled from each of your homes to Char Hollow. You went into the Saltpire, you spent some time there. And there was the little chase sequence combat, and you went to pretty much for a long rest.
Sweet. I get my slots back.
Uh,
Now,
I do have one quick question. Well,
Yes.
two, I guess. How much would it be to eat at the Saltpire, for one? To take that off my team?
let me see what they are offering for evening. Let me see. Alright, they are offering the following for food.
Alrighty, and do they happen to have rooms for rent there?
Yes, the common room is a silver, and a private room is 3 silver.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. And that's a day or a week or...
That is a day, unless you want to spend more time at the Saltpire / Aldro's home.
Yeah, but time... He kind of likes that place, so he's going to be staying there. I think I might be adding a character flaw, actually, so...
Okay. Well, Eden is at the end of the day going to she is going to lend Jin the red cloak. And she says, well, if you're going to be staying here, then keep an eye out, and I will be checking up on the others to be sure everything is going well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Stop any time, my friend.
And she nods to him and leaves the Saltpire.
Alright, do you just head straight out, or do you want to stop by somewhere?
No, she's gonna go straight to Aldros's home. Double check on the team, see what they gathered and all that stuff. Find out that they didn't find out much. But...
Alright, yeah. You go into their home, you can come in fairly dusk, and you tell them that nobody found you, came up to you, and they tell you about the context's prophecy that they're apparently trying to stop something. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's it.
We can still do a little bit of roleplay if you guys want to do some in-character roleplay for about 15 minutes, but after that we're ending it, or we can end it right now.
I don't
Well,
mind doing those in text for me. Text-based roleplay for me.
I mean, I'm pretty much offering this since not everybody does this, so if anybody wants to talk to anybody else's character, feel free to, as you have the note now, so you could potentially discuss where do you wanna go next.
I think the docks are the best option for our next destination.
Or check with the corrupted guard.
We don't have any real leads when it comes to the corrupt guards.
No. The main lead that you honestly have is this note that you got from the contact and the priest.
So I think the docks are the best option. We know who's supposed to be there, we know why they're going there, and we know where it is for the most part. I would like to know specifically which dock it is.
Yeah, because
So it's a good thing.
in general it is a destination, but the docks is a whole district. It could be literally anywhere.
So it's a good thing you didn't kill this man, because he can still tell us exactly where we're supposed to go.
I want to know the password.
Can I just relay what Leonard was doing mentally to the man?
Well,
Oh,
and
please.
Valiant was there, and he can relay messages to Eden.
Well,
So,
apparently the
You are welcome to do so too, though.
The passphrases are in the note, as you do read. It does say that the passphrases are the following. In the comments is night follows the dark. Charhalov hides, dawn follows the sun. Second chance, the poor follows the rich. And the siege, the rich follows the poor.
Okay, I gotta go. Sorry. Bye, everyone. Thank
See you
you.
later.
As I
Bye.
will
I'm gonna go too as well.
bring-
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, sure. I hope that all of you enjoy. But as a last note to the rest of you, I will bring this map over yonder, and I will point out the note locations are yonder, over here, over here, and what was the last one? The sheets. Second chance, Shard Hollow Heights, and the commons. And the commons is... where was the commons?
Above the salt pyre in
yes,
Charlotte
over
Heights.
here.
Yeah.
As you recognize these locations as locations in Shard